What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Tit for Tat podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm with my co-hosts, Latif and Max. We have a special guest today. You can introduce yourself real quick.
What's going on, y'all? It's Jordan Davis here. Probably if you don't know me, follow me on Twitter at jdavis34 underscore. Instagram, same thing, no underscore. Yeah.
Alrighty, so today we have a few topics. We're going to talk about college basketball. I think this is the first time we address college basketball on this podcast, so that should be a treat for y'all. And then we're going to get into Start Bench Cut, college basketball edition. We're going to talk about a little bit of the NBA, East playoff picture, 2023 mock draft, and then we're going to talk about Clippers signing Russ, and then reaction to the CBS top 10, and then NBA pick'ems. So y'all ready to get into the first topic?
Yeah, come on.
All right, first topic is the fall of Duke. Steve, tell me how you feel about that.
Ball is strong, Loki.
I mean, I don't know what you want to call it because going from Shire to going from Krzyzewski to Shire, like that's a big change as far as like a culture. So I don't know. I think it's like to give them a grace year is not the craziest thing in the world, but with the recruiting class, it is I would say a fall this year for sure. So with what they were last year, 2 seed, and they fell in the Final Four to UNC to being they're not even head of the top of the ACC, right?
No.
Yeah. So
no, their record in the ACC is not good, bro. It's really bad.
Yeah.
3-6.
I don't know, man. I didn't know it's that bad. Holy.
Yeah, they lost to Miami, Virginia Tech. It's not really bad losses.
Miami's decent. Don't
this year,
Miami.
yeah. This
Miami
I
is
just
a
feel like they should have beat them though. They beat them one time this year. They 1-1 with Miami this year.
Miami's not a bad team.
I think the worst thing I've seen is the guard play, for sure. Like the guard play could be a lot better. I'm not really a fan of Jeremy Roach. What's the other guard name? He's like number 2.
Proctor.
Yeah, no, Tyrese Proctor. He's a forward.
Tyrese Proctor plays but actually no. Jeremy Roach plays the 2 for them, but Tyrese Proctor plays the 1 now. And
okay, I've been impressed with Tyrese Proctor this season though. Really hard worker. I think he's one of the bright spots on the team. But Jeremy Roach got to go. His assist to turnover ratio is not that good, bro. Like he's not that good. Like
Jeremy Roach was good last year.
Gotta go is crazy.
He gotta go, bro.
I don't.
They might as well take him out the lineup. Dorigo
I won't say that. He's actually because Flip ain't been playing that well recently. He's actually been a leading scorer for I think I'm pretty sure he's been a leading scorer for like the past 5 games. So I mean, as much I will say I feel like he isn't
he's not efficient.
He isn't what's that?
He's not efficient to me.
He's not efficient, but I mean, not a lot of, players who, taking, 11, 12 shots a game in college basketball are that efficient, especially at the guard position. So, I mean, I wouldn't like some of the players we're going to talk about in this, in the start bench or cut aren't, the most efficient either. But, like I said, the guard position is not that easy to be efficient in college basketball, especially in the ACC where every team is bringing it every night. Every team is, coming in knowing what, having studied and having watched film about other teams, everybody knows who their go-to guys are. And Jeremy Roach is Duke's go-to guy other than Filipowski. So, I mean, yeah, I don't expect him to be efficient all the time, but I think he is a good, solid 2 guard. I don't think he's a traditional point, and that's not. I think Proctor fits that role and that void on the defensive end better as well, too, so.
I don't think we mentioned that you work at Duke. So for people that's watching, he's a reporter at Duke, so he has like inside
information.
It's not inside information, but like a firsthand account of all the stuff that's been going on this year. I think they're at 28 right now. Do you think they can make any noise in the tournament?
Yeah, I do. I really do, especially because coming to wind down, they got their next 3 games. I think these are really important games. So this Saturday they play. I'm sorry, I'm tweaking. My bad. This Saturday they play Virginia Tech. Now they lost to Virginia Tech last time on the road.
It wasn't close, was it?
It
wasn't close, was it? I think they might have lost by like.
Virginia Tech was close.
Okay.
Virginia Tech was a close game. They lost I think they lost by 3 against Virginia Tech. Saying then after that they play NC State, which is like their big tech because they got tested because they got blown out in the first year.
Yeah, it was like 84-60.
If they can get a win against a ranked opponent at the end of the year, it's huge.
NC State, they need to get that. That's these last 3 games are the most important games of the year, especially heading into the ACC tournament because I think that they have a good shot at winning that. But even if they don't win that, I feel like they have to win these next 3 games so they can go in, get some confidence about themselves, and also, just get more, because they're finally fully healthy for the first time in a long time. Like, they've been fully healthy for the past week, and they won their last 3 games. And like I said, they've been fully healthy. They've had the entire roster, ready to play for those games. And, as they get more continuity together, back, like I said, everybody being healthy. Derek was facing some leg injuries, and, he came in with a calf injury, and his other calf got hurt this time. Then Roach had a toe injury that's been lingering throughout the year. Then Filipowski just had ankle injury. So, like, all of these players been in and out the lineup or in and out the game, in big time moments. So, but yeah, coming down the stretch, I definitely feel like they can, make some noise in the tournament. It's because they're gonna be a low seed, like they're not gonna be a top seed.
Yeah, what seed are you guys looking at?
What
seed are you guys looking at right now?
Like 8, 7, or 8. They'll be 7, 8, or 9. Depending on if they win these last games. So if they win out, I think they can get as high as 6. No, maybe not 6. No, not 6, because 6 you have to be top 25. No, they'll probably be like the 7th seed or the 8th seed. No matter how they turn out, to be honest. But unless they lose all 3 of these games, but no, yeah, I definitely think they can make a run, especially like I said, if they're at that seeding, and they can. I feel like, because they've had competitive games even early on when they weren't healthy. They played Kansas and lost by 2 points at the beginning of the year. They played other teams, other ranked teams, where they've had close games with them. So I feel like they can give anybody a fight, anybody a run for their money, and they have the pedigree to be able to pull off an upset, quote unquote. Or it would be an upset if they beat a number 1 ranked team, because if they're the 8th seed, they have to play number 1. But so yeah, I do think they can make a run. I think they can go Sweet 16.
Well, what have you seen from? Because Duke's been out eight games this year, only played 20 games. What have you seen from him? Because I feel like coming into the season, everybody know about his athleticism, his defensive potential, and stuff like that. But he really hasn't been that efficient from the rim. He's been really making his mark at the 3. And I've seen, like, at the games he's played, he hasn't performed that well. In my eyes, like I feel like he was the big acquisition coming into the year. We had Derek Lively, wherever, how you say his name. He was the number 1 ranked player. Derek Lively, coming into the season. But everybody was always focused on Derek, and people had him like maybe going top 10 in the draft, top 5 in the draft. He's in most drafts mock drafts right now. He's down there at 20 because of the injury and because of the inefficiency at the rim. So what have you seen from him?
I think right now, over the last 6 games, we actually talked about it. I got a video on my Twitter. I actually just interviewed him the other day. But we was just talking about, I asked him, like, because he hasn't been, like you said, he hasn't been as efficient as he can, when he's not shooting from 3, like even at his mid-range. The last game, he had a bad game. I think he shot like 2 for 9 from the field. But I don't feel like that defines him at all, because defensively he's been there. Every game he's laced them up, he's been locked in on the defensive side. Other than Mark Mitchell and Proctor, he's been by far, like, and Lively. Like, those are Duke's 4 best defenders, in my opinion. Mark Mitchell, Derek Lively, Tyrese Proctor, and Derek Whitehead have been their best. Because you can switch all 3, Mitchell, Tyrese, and Derek. You can switch them all, and all 3 of them are good point of attack defenders, in my opinion. I think Mark Mitchell is probably the best of them, but I think Derek is a good second best. And the fact that he can guard 1 through 4, even at times I've seen him, because he in my opinion, he's a really versatile defender. Like, obviously, he's not a rim protector, obviously, quote unquote, but I've seen him hold his own when he has a bigger defender with their back to the basket against him, or in the high post, and they're trying to create. I feel like I've seen him do plenty of times, be able to lock up in those positions. Like I said, out on the wing as a point of attack defender, he's been really solid. So yeah, I focus more so on, he's trying to do, like, obviously I feel like if he had a more of a command of the offense, he would look even better. But just based on what Shire, like we just talked about beforehand, how they like to play inside out, and they feel like Shire feel like he gets the most efficient looks, playing closer to the rim. So he's getting it down low to Filipowski. He's getting it down low to Ryan Young at times, and Mark Mitchell, who's a great slasher. Like I said, they work their way inside out, not being that great of a 3-point shooting team. And Derek has been a great 3-point shooter over the past few games. I think over the last 6 games, he's shooting 68% from 3 on 4 attempts a game. So I feel like as far as he goes, I feel like he's doing more so of things through the swing of the offense. Like they're not really setting up a lot of plays for him. They're not really setting up looks for him to, create in the offense. They actually in the last 2 games they have, but like I said, it's gonna the more and more he comes back and the more minutes he's playing down the stretch. If he can stay healthy down this stretch of games, that's why he's a huge reason why I think Duke can make a tournament run because he's an X factor, in my opinion. They need him.
I got one question. In the media, obviously we talked about Dariq Whitehead and being the top player from this year. Derek Lively has also been a top player this year. So just not fitting in the offense, not playing up to what we thought he could play to. Why is Flip outshining Derek Lively in that team? Obviously there was a lot higher expectations, I think, for Derek Lively to be maybe not a top 10 pick, but to be a NBA prospect for sure. Like obviously lengthy build, can defend, can whatever play offense. But going to a program like Duke where I don't know if they had the best luck in breeding centers, but obviously he's trying to get his chance to shine. So why is the system not really, I guess, paying out for him?
He's a more defensive oriented player. I mean, and that's who he was coming into last year. Like him being a number 1 player, a lot of that was predicated on his defensive edge. In high school, he was obviously a way better offensive player. He showed a lot more on the offensive end because he's able to stretch the floor. Like we've seen over the last few games, he's been getting more and more comfortable to step out and take a three. He hasn't hit any yet, but he's still he's still confident. Like even in beforehand, when he's shooting around, he's taking a lot of threes and warm-ups that he's not really, he's not getting those looks in the game, but recently he has been shooting them. But I say all that to say, like coming in, like I said, when he was in high school, he was obviously a more dominant threat offensively. And like we talked about beforehand, I just think when you put him next to another 7-footer, what Flip is doing, it's kind of hard for him to get a real feel or get a real rhythm with touches down low. And even when he does, he hasn't been finishing at a good level. So I mean, again, with time, I feel like he'll be a better offensive player. Like we've seen more looks, not looks. We've seen glimpses of it, like I said, all through high school. But I mean, when it comes to him and Flip is just, in my opinion, just a better offensive player. And Derek is a way. I feel like they're better. They're better on other ends of the floor. Like Flip is better on offense, and Derek Lively's better on defense. I think he's had he's having like 4 blocks a game in the past 8 games or something like that. And so like he's been like everything they needed him to be defensively. And he's been more of a lob threat on the offensive end, and I feel like Latifi just saying, I feel like a lot of that has to do with Roach early on in the season when he was running point guard, him just not being that, I wouldn't say great of a playmaker, but him not looking for him a lot on pick and roll sets, on even pick and pop or dive sets where it's both him and Lively are sitting, him and Flip are sitting double screens, and he's popping out, Flip is popping out, and Lively's cutting to the rim. I just seen a lot of Roach, deferring a lot to Flip, more so looking over the top for Lively. So I feel like he can be a better finisher at the rim offensively. He can be more efficient, but like with the chemistry, like I said, with chemistry coming down in the season, I feel like everybody can start playing at their best. They've been playing really good recently. They really should be 4-0. They shouldn't have lost to Virginia. I don't know if y'all saw that call, but they was about to beat number 8 Virginia, and then they just didn't call a foul down the stretch. So
yeah, I saw that. That was that?
Yeah, what was it? I didn't see it.
Flip went up for that layup in the end, and he fouled him on the wrist, right?
Flip went up for a dunk, and he got like knocked out of midair. He actually, when I was just talking about Flip had an injury, he actually got hurt on that last play, and they didn't call a foul at all. And the ACC came out the day later and was like, yeah, that should have been 2 free throws. And if he would have hit one of them free throws, that's the game. And Duke says number 8 Virginia, and now they're probably back top 25. So, that changes a lot. But I'm sure, like I said, when it comes down to selection Sunday, they'll probably get the benefit of the doubt on something like that. So, yeah, like that's my whole point. I don't feel like they played down a lot of competition a lot this year, but they've played up when they needed to. So, I think that they have a good shot again, especially if they beat NC State next Tuesday, because NC State blew them out by 30. But yeah.
So quickly before we go into our tournament stuff, like it's not just Duke this year. Obviously, we see Kentucky taking a step back, North Carolina and Villanova. I think North Carolina more than the other teams you kind of have more question marks with because they just made the championship last year. Obviously, you have a coaching
I
change
don't got
with
no question marks. I don't got no
huh?
question marks. I don't have no question marks.
So
Caleb Love,
you're like
Caleb.
you believe in North Carolina?
No, I don't. It's nothing. It's nothing to question, bro. Caleb Love's inefficient. RJ Davis is inefficient. They really benefited off of having Manic last year, who was able to stretch the floor last year. And now that they don't have that, Armando Bacot is not that good of a offensive player. He's really good on defense, really good rebounder. Defense. He's a good college player, but it's like, bro, they were bound to fall off. People didn't think about how big of a piece of that championship almost team last year. Manic was really crazy. Like he was going crazy in the tournament and throughout the whole season. He was a sniper, bro. And so when they did replace him really well, it limits their offense. And then you have to put the ball in Caleb Love and RJ Davis' hands, and both of them are inefficient. So they were ranked number one coming in a year. I never really believed in them. I thought last year they got hot. RJ Davis and Caleb Love played good for a stretch, and then when it got down to it, they sucked in the in the championship. So I really never had UNC, you know.
So going forward, like next year and whatever, are you worried about teams like Kentucky, Villanova, and North Carolina? I'd say Villanova-wise, coaching, Kentucky has recruits, but are you worried about North Carolina going forward?
This year, Kentucky talent level is terrible. Like,
yeah, they have people coming in next year. I know.
Yeah, Carson Wallace is your point guard, bro. Carson Wallace is a good prospect, but I don't really see him as much of a.
It was a really point guard. Bryce Hopkins left, and who went to Washington?
I really don't know. Bryce Hopkins
went to Georgetown, and someone went to Washington, and they're both shining at their own spots. They lost them last year.
I'm not sure.
I don't know who it was. I can't think of his name. But obviously they got an insane recruiting class next year. But they lost those two pieces, which I think was big. But yeah, no, I agree. I think it's just a down year as far as
them. Then they added Antonio Reeves, who was also from Chicago. I watched him in high school. He actually had a game winner against Marion. Y'all remember that? He had a game winner against Marion in
was that the Simeon one?
Yeah, he sent us home.
Yeah.
So they added him this year. He struggled in the beginning of the season. But he's coming on late as of late. They just faced in the beginning of the year, they faced teams that were completely better than them. Gonzaga is just completely better than them. The guard play, the guard plays just not good, bro. Like Carson Wallace is a good prospect. He's a great defender. He can handle the ball and play make, but I don't want him running as a scorer. I don't want him running my offense in college. Yeah, it's just that Kentucky, I think they'd be fine. They'll be fine next year.
Villanova's coaching, you think?
Because they rebuilding.
Cam Whitmore was injured. Cam Whitmore was injured for a while. He's back now, obviously, but he was injured when they played Michigan State at the start of the year. He was out. So some of these games were close games. He's out. If he plays, maybe it goes differently. But I agree. I think Brandon Slater, I like Brandon Slater a lot. But Cam Whitmore, he was injured early, and then kind of the change of coaching, I think, might take a year or whatever to kind of process. But yeah, North Carolina, they got recruits coming next year. But do you think RJ Davis or Caleb Love stays next year?
No, they can't go to the draft, but they can't stay on UNC either.
I was gonna say, Manic's playing out in Australia. Manic went out to Australia.
Yeah,
he's hooping out there apparently.
UNC, I haven't really followed the recruiting class, but I think they have some guard talent coming to replace them.
Ian Jackson is coming.
Yeah.
I think he's 2024, but they have somebody else. They got Simon Welcher coming. I think he's one of the top. He's one of the top guards in the draft. Yeah. They have some decent prospects. I think they'll be better as they get some of the new guys in because they don't got a lot going for them right now. They're pretty.
They're 0-9. They're 0-9 in West Coast play, bro.
Coming into the season, they should not have been number one. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I don't know where they got that from. Just because they made a run they were literally the AC.
They weren't ranked. They were not ranked coming into the tournament last year, and they went on that run. And now
I think it's because they made the championship and they just returned a lot of players. That was the only thing you have going through the head, right? You lose Brady Manic, but you still keep Caleb Love, RJ Davis, Armando, Leaky Black. They all come back, so you're just thinking, oh, it's the same team. They're gonna make the same run. No, that didn't happen.
Yeah, no.
But we can move into the tournament though, because it's gonna be a crazy tournament. This is one of the most
toss-up views.
Huh?
It's like a toss-up view.
Yes, bro. It's like the number one seed keep changing.
I think there's one number one, but everything in that top 25, I think there's a lot of.
It's really interchangeable. It's a lot of sleeper teams. Like it's a lot of it's been a lot of parity this year too. A lot of the teams are normally not good. We got Kansas State having a good year this year. TCU having a good year this year. Even Illinois is coming back a little bit. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. But my tournament favorite though is Houston for sure. I think in the tournament guard play matters a lot, and they got that Marcus Sasser, one of the best guards in the country, one of the best players in the country. Then they got what's his name?
Jarace Walker.
No, that's he a forward, but Jarace Walker is gonna be a good player in the NBA too. He's one of the top prospects. And then they got Jamel Shee, one of the best playmakers in the country. So I think Houston is definitely my favorite though, for sure.
I'll hop in next. I'm very high on Houston. I think Houston is I think I agree with me and Latif were talking about this off camera. Baylor and Kansas, I think, are both good teams. They're both complete teams. But I'm very high on Houston this year. I think they have just the team they put out on the best team they can put out on the floor. Kelvin Sampson, the coach. I think if I'm playing in March, I think that's the team I'd want to see last. They've been consistent. They've been consistent at home. They've been consistent on the road. Like they're just winning games. They lost to Alabama and Temple, right? Those are their two losses.
Yeah.
So Temple, I'm sorry, like it's tough to go undefeated. Temple, that's one loss against a bad team. That's gonna happen if it's a bad shooting night or whatever. Alabama is obviously a good team as well, so like stuff's gonna happen. But Houston, I think the past couple of years they've been good. They've had chances. There's been some hype around them, but I think this year is Houston's year to finally put it all together.
Yeah, I pretty much agree as well. Everything with everything y'all said. I think the only team, and they're probably going to have to meet, I would assume, because Kansas isn't going to be a top seed by the time. Well, what seed is Kansas right now?
Kansas is 5. They might be 3.
Oh, they're 3?
They're a 3 seed or 3 overall? Kansas 3 overall. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 overall.
Houston, Alabama, Kansas, UCLA, Purdue.
Kansas might repeat. I'm not gonna lie, because
I was just about to say the only team like I feel like that could do it, that probably could beat them is Kansas. But if Kansas and them are on the same side of the bracket, which I don't think they probably will be, just based on location, but yeah, if they meet up again in the I think they can meet up in the championship game, and that might be a toss up coming in. But like everything y'all said, the way Marcus Sasser is playing and Jarace Walker is playing, and Jamil Shee, I just feel like there's no other team, as far as like who's gonna win it all, other than like I said, Kansas. I just don't feel like there's any other teams that match up that well.
Yeah, Alabama is in there. But they're just too inconsistent. Like you get a different team from them every night.
Before we actually record this, when we were talking about this, I was super high on Tennessee, just beating Alabama. I was very high on Tennessee. Then they just lost back-to-backs against Kentucky and A&M. So my confidence in them has kind of fell down a little bit. But I do like Texas. The only issue with Texas is the head coaching issue. I get Beard left obviously a while ago. I don't know if it's going to end up biting them at the end. Tyrese Hunter's obviously good. What?
They've been persevering without Chris.
I'm just saying.
They've been persevering. So
like,
I think
for them to win a championship with a interim head coach would be pretty impressive. So just in the long term, when it comes down to crunch time, obviously Kelvin Sampson's great. Bill Self is great. Like these
Dylan
good
Mitchell.
coaches. I'm just saying these good coaches, get it done. Who's the guy at Baylor's name? Is that Dylan Mitchell? What's the guy at Baylor's name?
Dylan Mitchell's on the team.
Yeah, Dylan Mitchell's on Texas.
I was gonna say, what's the guy at Baylor's name?
I don't know.
Keontae George. You talking about Keontae George?
No, the coach.
Oh,
I was talking about coaching. I
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know who's coaching Texas, so it's kind of like I'm not 100% sure on Texas as far as the coaching issue, but obviously they have the talent there to get it done. So we'll see.
I think Baylor is in there too, but I wouldn't pick them to win it all. I think they can make a deep run. I love Keontae George. We're gonna talk more about that later. Like when I look at some mock drafts, he's pretty. I think he could be higher. I think he has an NBA body, and I think he's an NBA scorer too, and he's improved with his shooting and his playmaking. We're gonna talk about that later.
How tall is he?
What else we got on here?
6'3".
Sleeper teams.
6'4".
We're getting the sleeper teams. I got Kansas State. Like I said, guard play. Marquise Noel is one of the best guards in the country. Now I've been watching him since he was on Jellyfam. I didn't think he was gonna ever go to like a D1 and be amazing. He came from I think he went from a lower level school, and he went to a little art.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
I remember when I was in high school, he was the guy in New York.
Yeah, he's from New York, bro. I've been watching him from for a long time. So he's blossomed to one of the best guards in the country. Then they got what's the Keyshawn? It's Johnson, the one that went from Florida. Dude came from Florida, the transfer from Florida.
Yeah, you talking about I forget his name, but he had the little heart. He had the heart.
Yeah. That's the best story.
Keontae Johnson.
Yeah,
Johnson.
Best story in college basketball. He's bounced back, been really impactful for this team, bro. I think they can go deep in the tournament. They prime for make a run. I think they're number 14 in the country right now. What's y'all sleepers though?
I agree with you. I would have said Texas Tech. I would have said Creighton too, and obviously Duke. Duke is also a sleeper still.
I don't know about that.
What you mean?
Yes. Nah, bro. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I don't think they got the talent, bro. Like,
I think they do have the talent. I
don't think they got the talent. Like,
but to be fair, I think it'll either go really good or really bad. Like I feel like they could either make a Sweet 16, damn near Elite 8 run if the pieces fall right, or they could lose in the first game in the round of 64. So it's like it depends on which Duke we get.
You know who's gonna go really bad for it, bro? Purdue. It's gonna go really bad for them. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I see it coming.
No. Yes, we will get into that later. I'll go through my coming, bro. I want to get into that. I'm not gonna lie. We need to get into that.
Yeah, because they beat Michigan State twice. Yeah, I know.
That's fine. Hey, that's fine. At the end of the day, I think we'll go farther than Purdue. So I'm not even worried. Anyways, top team. So sleeper teams. TCU's played great. Gonzaga. I think we're all forgetting about them. I still think they have the pieces to go. You have Mark Few, Drew Timmy. I think that they could do something. Two Big Ten teams who I think could make noise. Michigan State, obviously one of them. I think it's in the same position as Purdue, as Duke. They have, you can say whatever you want.
Not.
Tyson,
no, they're
Stop.
They're not
in the same position.
Stop it.
Max, no, Tyson bro. Walker. I get you go there. They're not in the same position that Duke is. They beat a lot of good teams. They beat Indiana.
You go to Michigan State. That makes sense.
He go to Michigan State. That's why he's saying all this. They don't have talent, Max.
That's cool. That's fine. You can say whatever you like. Anyways, Tyson Walker is playing out of his mind right now. Jackson Kohler just messed Trace Jackson Davis up last night. It wasn't even close. That was disgusting. AJ Hogarth's been playing great. Jay Nakin's finally putting it together. Malik Hall's playing well. Carson Cooper got injured, but he was playing great before the injury. Monty Sissoko's kind of taking a little bit of rest off after a hot start to the first part of the season. I think our team has some depth, but we're a 7-8 man rotation. It's not really going much deeper than that. And March Madness, that might end up killing us. Like Izzo's obviously he has trust in his players, but some guys just can't always get it done. So if we have to run a 5-6 man rotation, I could easily see us doing that. But with all that being said, even though we killed them last night, I low-key like Indiana. I think Indiana top to bottom has shooters. They have depth. They have defense. Indiana.
Hood.
Yeah, Hood Schifino, he played great last night. Trace kind of had an off night. He wasn't playing that well. Miller Kopp was shooting the ball very well. He fouled out, though. Tamar Bates, he always seems to kill us when he shoots. I don't know. I feel like it's just when he plays Michigan State, he goes like 5 for 5 from 3. I think that they have some pieces off the bench, but I think when it comes to scoring and defense, I think Indiana's a pretty good team. As far as the Big Ten is just, I'm not going to say a shit show, but it's kind of anyone can come out of the Big Ten right now as far as the champion. I really don't think it's as easy as people saying, but I think Purdue will be the biggest flop of the tournament.
No, Purdue is definitely the biggest flop. But as far as Michigan State, Max, I feel like the best thing about your team is Tom Izzo. Like he really our
issues were too streaky. We're way too streaky. Like when it comes to game last night, when we played,
y'all compete though. Y'all compete though. I'll give you all that. Y'all compete every night.
We had what 12? We had 12, 18 points with 4 minutes left in the first half. We scored 80 points by the end of the game. You know what I mean? Like when we're cold, we are cold. Like we're hot. We like the first 3 or 4 shots. Tyson hit like 3 or 4 Damian Lillard range 3-pointers. Like
no, he's tough. I feel like Tyson could be like a backup point guard somewhere in the NBA.
Yeah, like what you say, like as a scorer or like as a facilitator?
Yeah, like off the bench. Not a facilitator. No,
he'd be a smart player as far as scoring. Yes.
Yeah.
No,
the best thing about Michigan is Tom Izzo though, for sure. Like he raised y'all ceiling every single year. Like y'all don't get the best recruits. Y'all don't have the most talent on y'all teams.
Next year we got a good recruiting class though.
Who you got coming? Who you have coming?
Xavier Booker, Jeremy Fears, Greg Norman, Cohen Carr. It's like our best recruiting class ever. We got 2 5-stars, 2 4-stars. I agree with you. We never get good recruiting classes. Next year is like one of our best recruiting classes.
Yeah, so I just think Tom Izzo raised y'all ceiling a lot. Like his coaching and his schemes and the amount of he gets it the most out of his players every single night. So I think they'll y'all can make some noise in the tournament. Like y'all make some noise last year. Y'all wasn't really supposed to. So yeah,
I think we won a game.
Yeah, but y'all not like on Duke level. Y'all not the same as Duke though.
I think it depends on positioning. I think if you put us at I think at the end of the season, we could probably move our way up to maybe a 6 seed at the best. I think at the worst would be like a 10 seed. Anywhere in between. If we can sneak in at a 6 seed, or if we get that 7-10 matchup, I'm not gonna lie. Like looking at some of these twos, I get we lost to Purdue twice. I'm not trying to say that, but when we play Purdue at home, it was close. When you play Purdue away, for the Big Ten, home court advantage matters. We like at home, we don't like. We've lost to Purdue, we lost to Northwestern. We beat Iowa at home, Rutgers at home, Villanova at home. We beat Indiana at home, and for the most part, like we had some cushion in those games. Like it wasn't they could get kind of close, but we had cushion in those wins. Like playing at home in the Big Ten is huge. So obviously going on the tournament and not having home court advantage is a big issue. But as far as
speaking of home court advantage, I don't want to go back too much on Duke, Jordan, but I noticed y'all 14-0 at Cameron Indoor Stadium, and all your losses are away. Like, you think the home court advantage like plays that much of a part in it?
Huge, especially when you're there. It's because they've had and the crazy part is that a lot of their games have came down the stretch. And they won a lot because of you can just tell like because it's a more intimate environment. So Duke only sits like 4,000 people. So like you hear everything, like you hear whatever anybody's saying on the sideline. They start, you feel a lot of these chants, and especially in a game like against UNC, especially in a game against when they played against Miami, when they played against a lot of these other good teams down the stretch at home. You can just feel the crowd weighing heavy on these teams in like the last 5 minutes of the game. And to a lot of people, to Duke, that's like they have like the biggest home court, one of the biggest home court advantages in the country. Just they're still Duke, like the fan base is still crazy. The fans are still crazy there. So, but yeah, obviously they play a lot better at home. Now, when they're away, I think they're a completely different team, and that's not good for a tournament, especially when we've seen them in neutral sites at the start of this year, and they still did play good. They played Kansas, they played Kansas like the second game of the year. They're just not really that good on the road. They've had two big blowout wins on the road. Again, they're most of the time they're playing up on the road, and it's a lot of close games. But that's the ACC though. Every game is for the most part is competitive till the last until the last 5 minutes of the game. So, but yeah.
But back to Purdue though, they definitely not going, bro. I don't have no faith in them. Like,
wait,
can I ask one question?
Can we get into Purdue? Because I mean, we're talking about the National Player of the Year next, and
yeah, Edie is definitely Edie is definitely the best player in college, but it's like not the best player in college, but the National Player of the Year, he'll definitely get it. His stats are ridiculous. The way he's able to play defense without fouling, the way his efficiency around the basket. But it's like I think in a tournament, it's gonna be one of them games where somebody contain him, and then or a team contains him, and then the guards don't step up. I don't think their guard play is that good. They have a lot of 3-point shooters on their team around Zach Edey, but I just feel like the guard play, he's not that great out of the post as far as passing the ball either. So I see when the teams double team him a lot, he gets frustrated, and I think that's how teams have been able to beat them this entire season. But I'm not high on them, not at all. I don't think a dominant big man really takes you. You need guard play basically, and they don't got it.
So Purdue, like watching them play 5, 6, 7 times this year, like obviously playing against Michigan State, playing against Big Ten opponents, like Edey is wild to me. Like he's 7'6", 7'4",
7'5".
Like so, he's a good player because of his height. Like you see him in the post, you literally see like the gears moving in his head. When he has the ball back to the basket, he goes, "I'm gonna shoot this." Pivots, shot. He could have the entire team jump and try and block it. It's still gonna be a shot because no one's gonna block him. No one's gonna block the shot. His little hook shot, his little flick thing. So, but before he even turns, he knows he's gonna shoot the basketball. They obviously play pass it into Edey. Edey will facilitate it around, but he's shooting 75%, and all of his shots are coming within 5 feet, 10 feet of the basket. So he's making 3 out of every 4 shots. I get it. You have throwing people everywhere, but the rest of their team is scoring points because they're wide open. Like they're butt naked open because people are trying to double and triple team him in the post. So like overall, like Purdue is good because they have Edey. Like their guard play, it's okay. Foster Lawyer, yeah, Fletcher Lawyer, is that his name? Foster Lawyer used to play for Michigan State. Anyways, Lawyer, he's okay. That's fine. But their team is good because of Edey. Edey will pass it out to open shooters. Like that's been their entire offense. That's been their team when they play Indiana, Michigan State, doesn't matter, Iowa. Like when I look at a team like Iowa, seeing them play, they try to play through their big. Their big he was okay. He wasn't that good. He was nowhere near Edey's level. But they had players who could make their own shot. If you throw Edey on a team like Iowa, that's a good team because they have people who can create their own shot, and you also have Edey. All these other players on Purdue, if Edey isn't scoring, they're not shooting. If Edey isn't scoring, then people are actually playing defense out. They're not getting open looks. They're not scoring. Purdue as a whole, I just don't see them. The Big Ten is too streaky. They're losing games. Like they've lost 4 times in the Big Ten now. Like it's not. I don't know. I'm not confident in them going in there. I agree, Latif. Like if one game, if he gets shut down, if some team figures out, if you have 2 bigs, I don't know what team. Like I'm just throwing out teams like, what if you got Baycott and you try and double team with a good defender? Like I'm just not confident enough that Edey's going to carry your team to. I'm just throwing out big names. Like I'm just saying, if you put 2 7-footers like Flip and Derek Lively on him and like just try and block the passing lanes, he's not going to do anything. I'm just trying. You know what I mean? I can't think of 2 big men anyway. I'm just thinking if you have 2 guys who can just straight up. If you have 2 guys who just go straight up, he can't see anyone to pass to. And just, I just gotta shoot. Just whips it up against the backboard. Like I don't get Zach Edey at all, man. I don't even know. He's not going to the NBA. I don't know where that dude's gonna play after this.
Definitely not.
Like
he kind of reminds me. He really reminds me of
over here, huh? Y'all be going crazy.
No, Zach Edey not. Zach Edey not.
I don't know. I'm like me.
He reminds me of Luke Garza. He kind of reminds me of Luke Garza.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Luke Garza has skill. Luka Garza has skill.
Luka Garza, he's a better taco.
Yes, Luka Garza actually can. He has footwork. Luka Garza can shoot. He actually knows what to do with the basketball. He doesn't just think, I'm going to shoot the ball and whip it against the backboard. Like, there's no thought process in Edey's
all right, bro, you're trying to say he dumb. You basically just say he don't got no IQ. Like, really.
I'm just saying, man.
You are trying him. You are trying him.
But no, I compare him to Luke Garza, though, because, like, both of them are slow-footed big men who in college can be very good on defense, but in NBA will be very bad and can't play in the NBA. That's why I made the comparison.
See, don't think I'm comparing this at all. But it's more like Jokic and the way he can pass and he can actually has footwork. He might be unathletic and he might be big, but he has footwork. I get it. Luke Garza's not anywhere. He's not on Jokic's ground at all. But I'm just saying, like, it's just the way of Luka Garza. How tall? He's not even that tall. He's not even
6'11".
Yeah.
6'11". I thought he was 6'9". Regardless, he actually has footwork. We see it in the G League. I don't think Zach Edey's going to the G League and scoring like Luke Garza is.
Bro, yes, he will. He's 7'5".
I don't know, man. The G League is better than college basketball. The G League is better than college basketball. So they're going to have coaches and players who are going to be able to defend Zach Edey better than someone who just had 2 classes and is now going to play a basketball game. Like,
I see what y'all are both saying. I agree for the most part. I don't think Purdue is on nothing. I actually don't think Purdue is about to win the Big Ten tournament.
I agree, 100%.
The what's to call it? Indiana has their number, and they're about to play again. But so I'm gonna see it again. But Trace Jackson Ellis and Hood Safino, they're whenever I watch them. Yeah. What was you about to say? Go ahead.
Jalen Hood-Schifino he might be the best player on that team. I think he might be the best player on that team.
Yeah, he's going to be top 20 in the draft this year.
Crazy.
For sure.
Yeah. But I agree. I think they if Purdue gets a bad matchup, it's over with. And like you said, all it takes, and especially in March Madness, all it takes is one bad game. And teams are we've seen teams throw a lot, especially like, for example, when we saw how Duke loaded the box against Taco Fall a few years back. And even most of the time when teams are playing through their big man, or, you need to have some good, reliable guard play next to them and, solid, consistent guard play next to them. And Purdue just doesn't have that for the most part next to Zach. So I think down the stretch, they might be on upset alert early, in my opinion. So
16 seed? You think if they get a 1 seed, do you think you get another one? You get another 16 seed to upset them?
It won't be a 16 seed. They could lose in probably the Sweet 16.
No, they're gonna lose in probably like the round of 32. I'm getting them. They probably gonna get out there.
I think they could go down to an 8 seed, 8, 9 seed. I think they could get upset.
They probably could.
So, yeah, I think
we all
think
agree that he's the player of the year, though, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's not even close.
Yeah,
it's close, but it's not close though. Like
I know he's the reason that team's there. If you take him away from that team, I don't think Purdue's anywhere near there right now. Okay. With the IU Purdue game, I'm not going to be surprised if Purdue wins that. The home court advantage again plays such a big thing. Like for Rutgers, I think Rutgers went into Purdue and beat them for the first loss. I don't know. Did Rutgers beat Purdue? I don't know if they beat them in Lafayette or if they beat them out in New Jersey. But again, like for me, like that's a huge win for Rutgers if you're going into West Lafayette to beat them. Because especially with Indiana refs are on different times. Like if you play in at IU or at Purdue, I feel like the refs are completely on your side. Like for the home team, if you are not on the home team, like it's just a rough game the entire time.
Do you feel like that's everywhere throughout the country, or you just feel like
I guess because I watch Big Ten basketball more than anything else. Like I'm just more locked into that whole thing. If I'm watching another game, I feel like it's Baylor versus Texas. It's it's the top teams play each other. I'm not really going out of my way to watch Purdue versus Northwestern or Illinois versus Minnesota. So I feel like Big Ten basketball I'm just more locked into. So would you agree with the ACC? Would you agree with the ACC that home court advantage is insanely big? Obviously with Duke, yes. But...
Yeah, it's a big deal. But I think for the most part, especially when you get some of the, because this, there's a lot of historic. So it's UNC there, it's Virginia's there, Duke's there, Miami there. Some of these, that have teams that have a lot of history, pedigree. Even Syracuse, they played at Syracuse the other day, and they're playing in a dome, and it's packed in there. It's almost 50,000 people in there every game. So I feel like it does obviously to an extent, but at the end of the day, most of the time, who's supposed to come out on top does. But it's rare that I see a team come in on the road and beat and beat somebody that they're not supposed to beat. Like last year, I remember when UNC came in and ruined Coach K last game at games like that. I think somebody else did. I think Miami came in and beat UNC last year. But for the most part, I think it does. So yeah, I think it does. Home court advantage does play a part. But yeah.
All right, to wrap up the college basketball part of this, we got a start bench cut. I wanted to do like when I thought about this list, I wanted to do like big wings that can like handle it a little bit, and so that's why I got Brandon Miller. So we got Brandon Miller, Cam Whitmore, and Amen Thompson. So I think it's really between Amen Thompson and Brandon Miller because they're at the top of the draft right now. Cam Whitmore more like a 7 pick overall. So for me, I'm gonna start at this point right now. Like we talking about who's the best player right now. I'm gonna start Brandon Miller. I'm gonna cut Amen Thompson, and I'm gonna no, my bad. I said that wrong. My bad. I said that wrong. I'm gonna start Brandon Miller. I'm gonna bench Amen Thompson. And I'm gonna cut Cam Whitmore. But as far as potential, though, give me Amen Thompson because he's a great ball handler, passer, slasher. He's got to work on that jump shot, and I think Brandon Miller got that scoring ability that he don't got right now. More of a scoring ability that he has right now.
I agree with everything you said.
Yeah, I feel like
I agree. I'm breaking up. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
No, I agree with everything you just said, Latif, for the most part. I definitely would cut Whitmore, mostly because he's been inconsistent. He's only played 20 games this year. That and Villanova is, playing trash right now. And then the reason I would start Brandon Miller is just because, like you said, just his all around offensive game and him being consistent, and and I can't really compare that to Amen and OTE. So and even in OTE, Amen is 20, he's playing against 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds. So I feel like he has a lot of potential. He rightfully so. He should be a top 5 pick in the draft. But when you just look at what Brandon Miller's doing right now, I just don't think it comes close. And then, like I said, Cam Whitmore been too inconsistent this year in and out the lineup. So yeah, I'm gonna take Brandon Miller. Start Brandon Miller, bench. I'm in and cut Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, before Max go or y'all go, I want to talk about OT because like I think where I'm in a sewer go this year and how they are in the NBA, that's gonna be big for that league, bro. Because you gotta it's hard to analyze that league when you're like 18 or 19 playing against them younger players and just Australia men are a lot bigger than everybody else in there as far as at the wing position. So it's like it's really hard to like judge them considering they're not going against literally the best players at their age group technically. So I think how good they are in the NBA will be very big for OTE. But yeah,
I think it's similar to like the G League. Like when we try to see like it was kind of like this new idea. You got Darius Baisley doing it. You got Jalen Green doing it. You got
Jaden Hardy,
Dasheen Nix, Jaden Hardy. So it's kind of like it's just like trial and error. Like you're just trying to see how these guys are going to perform at that next level. I'll go next.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, G League is different than OTE, but
it's just like, but the talent isn't college. It's different. So it's just like, how is it going to translate to the league? I get it. I don't watch OT that much, to be honest. I just feel like I'd probably say start Brandon Miller, and then bench Amen. But as far as like highlights and stuff we see from Amen, like I don't know. I guess I just don't watch basketball enough. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch OTE as enough to really, I guess, pick Amen or Asar or like kind of rate them on the draft board. But with what Brandon Miller's been doing at Alabama, being 6'9", and just scoring the way he's been scoring, I would probably start him. Cam Whitmore, I couldn't see him play in person, obviously, because, like I said, because he was injured. But Villanova just not been it this year. So,
give us, go ahead,
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. I will start Brandon Miller, bench Amen Thompson, and cut Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same route that everybody else went. I think this is pretty consensus. The thing that kind of turned me off of OT when it first started, it was just like it didn't seem like real basketball. It didn't seem like real sets were being ran. It didn't seem like real pure basketball. But Amin or Man, however you pronounce his name, I really like his athleticism. I like his playmaking ability. Only thing that he's missing right now is his shot is terrible. But I feel like he can definitely improve on that. So for right now, I would have to start Brandon, and I would bench Amin, and then I would cut Cam.
Yeah, the thing with Amin is that he's literally like 6'9" with like the handles he got, bro.
He's 6'7".
Yeah. He probably gonna still keep growing. He's not. I feel like he could keep growing like that, but his ball handling is good. His playmaking, I didn't even know he could. I looked into it, like I didn't know he's a good playmaker. But since we were just talking about
those. Huh? To be that big of a guard, to be that big of a point guard is very positive.
That's his appeal. And his like defensive potential as well.
Yeah, defense. I feel like everybody on this list has great defensive potential just off of their athletic capabilities.
I don't know about Brandon Miller. He has potentially, yes, because he's 6'9", really long. But it's like I haven't seen that from him that much this year. I don't know. He kind of reminds me of what's his name. He kind of reminds me of he in the league right now. Yeah.
Ben Simmons.
Oh, bro. people have literally been comparing him to like Kevin Durant, which is kind of crazy. But he reminds me of where's that nigga on the Rockets? That's so crazy because I feel like he's not that good.
Jabari?
Yes, but he can put the ball on the floor. Jabari really can put the ball on the floor.
Jabari can't create a shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's like he kind of reminds me like Jabari with a ball handle, but Jabari's better on defense. But since we were just talking about all these college potential NBA players, we're gonna do a mock draft. This is the first mock draft we've done on the channel. I haven't seen many people do that for 2023. So Jaden, I don't know if you got the link for the Tankathon. Did you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so how we gonna start this is I'm gonna ask I don't want to say the name, I'm gonna ask Siri to start to like pick a number, and that's how we gonna pick the order. Because like every time I say Siri on here, it just like interrupt me talking. But yeah, so we're gonna do 1 through 4. I'll pick 2.
I got 3.
Got 1, I guess.
I'll say 4.
All right, so I think I said 2, right? Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 through 4. It was 1. The first one is 1. I don't know who had that. That was Jordan?
Jordan.
You got 1?
Yeah, Jordan.
Okay.
Easiest pick.
Yeah, that's the easiest pick.
1 and 2 are easy.
Oh, you're talking about the NBA draft, right?
Yeah.
I mean Victor, but
no. We're gonna like finish like who got the order first, and then we're gonna go into it.
1 and 2 are easy.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 through 4.
Random number between 1 and 4 is 3.
So I think that's
me.
Yeah. Okay. So Jaden got a second pick.
Oh.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 through 4.
Random number between 1 and 4 is 3.
Okay. Max, you want to go third because this is cheat again.
It doesn't matter. I'll take either one.
All right, I'll go third. So
give me 4.
Huh?
I said give me 4. That's fine.
Okay.
I picked 4 anyway.
All right. So I think the first Jordan, so you gotta be like, with the first pick, I'm gonna take, because you gotta do it for TikTok. I ain't gonna lie. So
no, you I get it.
And then it's Houston. So Houston, San Antonio, Detroit, Charlotte, Orlando.
Oh, so okay. So y'all are
using like real life.
Yeah. Okay.
So like you gotta consider team fit and all that too when you're doing it.
Okay, actually that's fine. All right.
Yeah.
So with the first pick, if I'm the Houston Rockets, I'm obviously taking Victor Wembanyama. I feel like, self-explanatory. He's one of the, most polarizing prospects that we've had in a long time. I think, obviously him being 7'5", being able to stretch the floor, being able to handle the ball, the way he's able to get to the rim, as effortless as he has, and finish at the rim as efficient as he does. Like I said, stretch the floor. I haven't even got into, who he is on defense, being I think he's averaging like, three plus blocks a game, size and being able to, switch, on defenders.
Did he cut off for y'all? Or
yeah,
it cut off for me.
Now, when you talk about him as a fit on the Rockets, I think it's actually a really good fit, because today I saw an article saying he does not want to play the 5 when he gets to. Can y'all hear me? It says connection.
No, we can hear you.
Yeah, you're back.
I see an article today saying he doesn't want to play the 5 when he gets to the NBA, which doesn't make sense to me. You 7'5", talking about you don't want to play center, but if he's playing alongside Şengün, who, as we've seen, is baby Jokic in a sense. How he's able to, create out the post, which, like I said, Wembanyama does not want to do. So, you can have Şengün even, from time to time bringing the ball up. I feel like, this comes to a coaching problem with the Rockets. But if you put, Şengün and Wembanyama on a team with Jalen Green and, Tari Eason and even Jabari Smith, as underwhelming as a prospect, I think he is. I think that's a solid core to start your team up with, for the most part. And
I don't like that fit, Jordan. I've been burning to say it. I don't like it because it's like I feel like Wemby gonna wants I think he needs a distributor to give him the ball, to set him up, run pick and pops, and they don't have that. They don't have it. KG's not
like it. Personally, I'm really high on Şengün. Just when we've seen him.
Yeah.
I'm high on him as a playmaker, as the running the offense. I feel like they should run a lot of sets through him, and Steven Silas just isn't doing that. He's still trying to run through Kevin Porter Jr. I'm not a Kevin Porter Jr. guy, but and I'm not that high on Jalen Green as everybody else is. Obviously, I feel like his upside is, his potential. He can be, all NBA caliber player, but
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm out on Jalen Green. I don't think he's gonna be that good. I know it's a year 2.
Wow.
He's not that gonna be that good. He's gonna be a maybe. I think his ceiling is a 6-man like Jordan Clarkson type.
Oh no! All right, that's
no. We talk about this. We talk about this last episode.
Like he's not good, bro. Like
Jalen Green is not good. I can look at so many other people in their second year and talk about how inefficient they were.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't think Jalen Green is gonna be that good. I don't see it. He's athletic. He can't really shoot.
I wouldn't say all NBA. I can see him
all NBA is crazy,
but I wouldn't say
okay. All NBA is crazy for the second pick.
Yes, for him.
I don't think that's crazy. You could say that. You feel me? You don't think he'll be all NBA. I agree with you, Jaden. Like, you feel me? If I was being realistic, like All-Star probably is like where he would cap out at. But I don't think he couldn't make all NBA. I mean, again, he's in his second year. He has all the intangibles. His number one problem right now is efficiency and defense, but
he's not.
So you like the you like the Şengün and Wembanyama fit side by side. You got
Yes,
Wembanyama playing the
I
4 and
think
Şengün playing the 5.
yeah, I think Şengün should be running the offense. Like whenever they fire Steven Silas, whoever the next coach is needs to let Şengün run the offense. Like I'm so serious. I think sort of in like a Sabonis role or like a Jokic, even like to a lower extent Jokic. Like even when in the games that I've seen this year that they played, and they played through Şengün when I think Kevin Porter Jr. was out for a stretch. Şengün was really like I seen, for example, I saw them play against the Lakers, and Şengün was having his damn way with Thomas Bryant. And every time he got the ball, obviously it's Thomas Bryant, one of the worst, interior defenders in the league. But still, like just seeing him operate at the post and draw attention and get his other shooters around, which is why it was a close game. I've seen him do it against other premier bad defenses as well. Like I've seen him do it against the Kings. I've seen him, but I think the fit is really well. Again, you have Şengün create another post, with his back to the basket. Or I feel like there's times he can even, work at the top of the key in a pick and roll with or pick and pop, get Wemby the ball either in the post or the high post or out on the perimeter. So I think it's a really good fit next to each other.
I think Jay got a second pick.
Yeah, I'm up with the second pick. Just with the second pick in the 2023 draft, the San Antonio Spurs are picking Scoot Henderson. I don't know. This is pretty self-explanatory. I feel like Scoot, he's a very athletic point guard, but I don't think he relies on his athleticism like that. Like he can still score, especially from the mid range. So yeah, I got Scoot.
What about you? Don't got no concerns. You don't got no concerns for his 3-point shooting?
I mean, I feel like you could always fix those things. And he's a great mid range scorer. He can shoot from mid range. All you have to do is expand his range from a few feet. So I don't think that's too crazy to say you could build upon.
One thing about Scoot though, as far as shooting, I think he shoots good at the line. So that's usually like a good indicator. Like maybe they'll be better at the 3, but I don't think Scoot is generational, like people have been saying.
Oh my goodness! You got
who are you taking to?
No, he's 2.
He's 2.
He's 2. Yes, he's 2.
Oh my god!
But not generational though. Like I feel like
he's the best. He's the best guard prospect we've seen in a minute.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes, but I just feel like we
how is he not generation?
I don't know, we're throwing that around too much.
He's just saying stuff, bro.
I'm not. I don't think he's too loose. Like we throwing generation around too loosely, man. Like
probably the best guard we've seen, come out the draft since Derrick Rose. Like I'm so serious.
Yeah, probably. But that's his player comp, like Derrick Rose. I've seen Ja Morant. I've even seen CB3, which is kind of weird.
I don't think he's coming out. He's better.
It's the fact that he's like 17, 18 and playing at a level he is in one of the hardest leagues in the world. So and he's very athletic, but he's like Jaden said, he doesn't rely on it. I definitely think he needs to work on his 3-point game. He's pretty efficient in the mid range, so I like that too. He has defensive potential because of his athleticism. But it's not. I'm not saying he's not a second pick. I'm just saying I don't know about generational. I feel like we threw that word around too loosely. We talking about generational. LeBron James, like that's generational, bro. Like
LeBron James, Zion.
No,
Zion
might be.
Yeah, we can't start with this.
I feel like if he wasn't in this draft, if Scoot wasn't in this draft, and he was going to be the number 1 pick in another draft, like I feel like we would be viewing him differently just because he's going number 2. If he was going number 1, like he would have in any other draft, like I said, like we would be looking at him probably in a generational,
I think that's consensus, but that's just not mine. Like I wouldn't say generational. I feel like when we use generational, it's like we never seen this type of skill set, talent. Like we've seen this before. We've seen Scoot before. Well, I feel like Derrick Rose and Scoot are kind of that's the best comp for him, right? Yes or no?
Okay, yeah.
So I feel like we've seen Derrick Rose. We seen him. We haven't seen a Zion. I'll go with Jay. We have never seen those white like Zion, bro. He's a even though he ain't that good, he's still generational.
Bro, see, you always take it too far, bro.
I'm not. I just gave him props, bro. I just say he was a generational prospect.
Yeah, we got to get into the NBA because y'all.
Yeah, but I think I got the 3rd pick. Detroit. Now it's interesting because they already have Cade. So what are they missing? They just traded Sadiq Bey.
Yeah, you need a 3.
Yeah, but Amin.
There's a 3 on your board.
I kind of want to do Amin, but it's like he got to develop as a shooter because
he'll be better than Killian.
Yeah.
Anything's better than Killian Hayes. I'm not gonna lie.
K really can't shoot. Well, K could shoot, but he really can't shoot like that either. Like he been inefficient at his first 2 years in the league. But it's still Amin though. You gotta go Amin. With the 3rd pick overall in the draft, the Detroit Pistons take Amin Thompson, but I'm still on the fence because I think Brandon Miller. I think Brandon Miller.
Did you just start Brandon Miller bench?
I'm talking about right now. Amin is a better prospect than Brandon Miller in my eyes, but I'm talking about right now. I'll take Brandon Miller.
Okay.
But in the NBA, I'm taking Amin. If that makes sense.
Okay. You think his game translates better? Is what you're saying, or you just?
Yeah, I think both of their games translate well. I think Amin is a more special talent than.
So you got Ivy, Cade, and then Thompson, and your top is 3 guards.
Sheesh.
What you doing with that, man? And Ivy can't shoot. Ivy can't shoot. You
gotta take best player. You might have to take best player available at this moment. That's saying they get the 3rd pick. Y'all would have took Brandon Miller.
You drafted guard the past 3 years.
Huh?
No, I'm taking Amin.
I'm taking Amin, bro.
Oh wait, so what you mean? Why you shake your head? Why you say sheesh then? I'm confused.
I'm saying sheesh in a good way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you.
I don't know how. Yeah, how
Max not saying sheesh in a good way.
I know he's not. How
are you making those 3 guards work? Are you throwing on the bench? Like, are you playing a 3-guard lineup? Are you Darvin Ham? Are you doing 3 guards and starting lineup?
No, I mean, I personally see this is why I don't like, debating about younger players a lot because it's gonna sound like you slandering them, and I don't feel like I'm slandering them, but I mean, it takes it takes usually most players 5 years to turn into who they're supposed to be. Even sometimes we'll see the glimpses by year 3, year 4. But I mean, yeah, Jaden Ivey's a bad shooter right now. Yeah, Amin's not a good shooter in OTE. But like y'all said, with development, with time, I think they'll be better. So I don't want to take them for who they are right now. But yeah, for the most part, I believe. I'm not starting them together. No.
So who you throwing on the bench? You throwing Amin off the bench right now?
Yeah, I'm
but in a perfect world, who's your 6th man out of those 3?
Why is Amin got to come off the bench?
Are you playing
Jaden Ivey? He might improve.
Wait. Amin is 6'8".
Exactly. He don't got to come off the bench. Like
you're switching. Okay.
He doesn't have to, but like I would probably. I mean, Sadiq Bey was just playing for the Pistons. Yes, I'm playing Amin Thompson. Yeah, I'm tweaking. Yeah.
Yeah, Amin, K, and yes, they can play together because Amin
and Bojan. Yes.
Yeah, they can definitely play together, bro. Because I mean, Cade is like 6. Cade can probably go to the 3. I mean, he's a point guard, but it's not like he can like, or you can put Jaden
on defense.
Probably not now, but maybe. I mean, Thompson projects. Oh wait, so you saying I'm confused. Are you saying he can play the 3 or he can't?
I'm saying he can. He's 6'8". He has the potential. I think. I mean, he's not gonna. What is Amin? Amin is a 1 and a 2, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it's crazy for Amin to be a 3 either. He's 6'7".
I don't either. And I prefer to have a bunch of playmakers with 2 playmaking guards next to a slasher like Ivy and somebody. I would prefer him to be in that role. So yeah, I think it's a solid fit. Yeah.
Do you mean to hop on my pick? I think mine's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not gonna lie. The Charlotte Hornets could take anybody. They just need best available. Their team sucks. So I'll take with the 4th overall pick, the Charlotte Hornets select Brandon Miller.
Not Azar.
Huh?
Not Azar.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I got Azar way down on my shit, Jordan. I ain't going. Azar way down on my shit.
I don't agree or disagree.
You said how?
I'll take
how so, Jaden?
Yeah, like
you said how is he or like?
Yeah,
I mean he's I think what's the difference between him and Amin is Amin got that playmaking ability. Azar is a lot more raw, and so both of them are great slashers. I think Azar can work on his ball handling. He also can't shoot either. So it's like Amin is a more finished player than his brother. And it's always been like that since they were in high school. Amin was always ranked higher than him. So, but at
I
4,
feel like, I feel like they're. To be honest, I feel like they're very similar though. Like very,
no, they
very
is.
similar.
They definitely
It's
is.
just, I'm in whatever however you say his name. It's just, I feel like he's a better playmaker. Yeah, I would go. He's more polished.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even trying to like. I think LaMelo got to get out. He got to get out of Charlotte. Like that shit is. If I'm him, I'm requesting a trade.
bad.
I don't know
It's
why
bad.
you haven't done that yet. Like, I don't know. That shit not getting better. Michael Jordan is a terrible GM. Yeah, not to go. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. The future in Charlotte is fucking terrible. So yeah. Who at 5? I think so. It's back to Jordan.
Yeah.
Back to
Oh,
Jordan at 5.
how long are we going to?
We
To
doing
10?
we can do the entire lottery or we can do 10. It's up to y'all.
Just do lottery.
Lottery has what, 14?
No, 10. No, I think lottery's 14.
So you want to do 10?
Yeah.
All right, we can do 10.
With the 5th pick for the Rockets. Is it? Oh, who's the 5th pick on this mock draft?
Orlando.
Oh,
Orlando has the 5 and 7.
yeah. Give me Nick Smith Jr. He also had some. He was in and out the lineup the start of this year, but for the most part, I still feel like he was a top 3 pick, and I still feel like if they make a run down this, I feel like with him back healthy, Arkansas can really make a run.
We definitely forgot about them
in the tournament. Yeah, with Anthony Black's on that team too, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, with them two, that 2-headed monster, I feel like. Yeah, the sky's the limit for them. They can really do anything. But as far as Nick Smith, like in a rhythm, recently, I think I seen him. I seen some highlights from his game yesterday. He was playing pretty good. But I think Nick Smith is probably the best player to choose left. What do y'all think?
I think he's a very good athlete, very good shot creator. I'm very high on Keontae George. So, but I think he definitely needs to fill out as far as like his.
Well, if I'm picking
body.
Well, yeah, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
His body, he's pretty skinny. I think he needs to fill out. He's a professional scorer though, and he's very athletic. So I think he'll be very good in the NBA. I gotta look at some comps for him, but Paolo, Nick Smith, Franz, who the guy at the center? Wendell Carter.
Wendell Carter.
Yeah, that would be tough for sure.
Yeah, Suggs, Nick Smith, Paulo, Franz. Yeah, that's solid.
I hate Suggs.
Suggs got to be better.
I don't believe in Suggs.
I was so high on Suggs, bro. After that Gonzaga run, bro. Yeah, this nigga gonna be tough.
I like Cole Anthony. I think it's better. I like Cole Anthony more.
Why?
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't like Suggs at all. Markel Fultz.
How do you like Suggs, but how do you not like Suggs, but like Cole Anthony?
Bro, Cole Anthony
I don't like Suggs. I like Cole Anthony for a while. I'm kind of biased. It's my D-Lo bias, like last episode. I like Cole Anthony out of college, man. I want to see that guy succeed.
Love Suggs out of college. I don't know why he can't shoot. I thought he was a sniper. He was really good at shooting in college. I don't know why he can't shoot now, but he's very good on defense. He's a good distributor, so you got to just keep going. You said Lonzo Ball.
What? No.
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. We don't got this on here, but we definitely got to talk about Lonzo not missing the rest of the season because we were talking about it in the Discord if he's a bust or not. But
the bust.
Who got the 6 picks?
Actually, no.
Jaden got it.
All right.
Ben Simmons is a bust though, but my bad. Y'all go ahead. We'll talk about that later.
With the 6th pick in the 2023 mock draft, Indiana Pacers are selecting Cam Whitmore. I believe that's a great pick. Oh, what the fuck?
You good? I think that's kind of a little high for him. 6.
No, bro. He has. I feel like he has a lot of upside. I feel like his body is like NBA ready, bro. I like his physicality. I feel like he's a decent.
He needs to improve. He needs to improve his shot though, from 3.
Bro, I feel like that can be improved on. And then you have a guard around you like Halliburton, bro. I feel like that's a good spot for him.
I would have took Jarace Walker. If I was you, because who was they for? With Jarace Walker, I kind of plays at 3, and he's averaging 11 points and 6 rebounds as a fucking freshman on a top team in the nation. And Jarace Walker is not that. He's very young. He came out. He's supposed to. I think Jarace Walker like 17, 18. Like he's dominating college right now. I think I got the 7th pick, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Chicago, but they don't got no fucking picks. So it's gonna be Orlando. Again. So you just got who you get? Who y'all take?
He took Nick Smith. He took Nick Smith.
Nick Smith. And so what do they need then? He took a shooting guard. They got a small forward. Well, Paul's a 4, right? Franz is a 3, or is it? Or
I say Paolo's a 4.
Paulo. Yeah. No,
Paul's,
I mean on that team, Paulo's a 3.
Franz is a 4, and then Wendell Carter is
a 4 on that
7.
team.
So technically, they could probably take a point guard, but bro, Orlando's gonna be dirty.
I'm sorry.
Orlando's gonna be dirty next year.
Yeah, they are.
I kind of want to take Keontae.
Keontae George?
You don't have to.
He's a scorer though. Nick Smith a scorer too. They don't. It's not no per point guard, and it's not that like in the top 10.
If the Magic was able to get Wembanyama,
shit getting dark. With the
that's Bobo. That's Bobo.
Chill.
Bobo's already got.
With the 7th overall pick, the Orlando Magic select Keontae George. It's a weird fit, but it's the best player available in my eyes. I think Keontae better than Grady Dick, Jet Howard, Asor.
I was going to say Grady Dick.
They already got Franz. They don't need Grady Dick. I think he's better than Anthony Black too, in my eyes. Keontae like that, bro. Watch. He's a professional bucket. He got an NBA ready body. Improving on his playmaking. Huh?
I love Keontae.
Yeah. At Baylor. Man, he's like that, bro.
I hate my position. The Pels. I think the Pels are the number 1 team right now who are going to trade out of this spot.
Why would they do that?
I'm sorry.
Why would they do that? They literally they traded Anthony Davis for this pick, bro.
I want a scorer right now. I want a point guard. I want a point guard.
They got
what point guard am I picking right now?
Anthony Black.
How is he? I haven't watched Anthony Black as much. How is he as a playmaker?
That's what I'm saying.
How is he as a playmaker?
Yeah, is he very good as a playmaker?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Outside of, I mean, that is his job. He's not that excellent of a scorer. Like he's not that.
I know he's good on defense. He's amazing on defense.
Yeah, defensively and playmaking wise, like him and Nick. That's why I'm saying like him and Nick Smith can go because he's the best. He's their point of attack defender on that team, and like he's the primary playmaker. Like you said, well, like we all know, like Nick Smith is a great shot maker. He's pretty efficient in the mid range. He's a solid scorer at the rim, good shooter too. So it's like them two next to each other. But Anthony Black as like playmaking and defense is some of the something that especially the Pelicans need a point guard right now. So hell yeah.
But can they trade down and get him? Is what I'm saying.
No, he's gonna be gone.
No, he's a lottery pick. Trade down where?
He's gonna be gone.
I'm trying to look at some desperate team who want to move up a couple spots if someone loves Jarris Walker, if someone loves Grady Dick.
Teams that's going to be in the lottery, you got the Raptors who need a point guard because I'm sure Fred VanVleet is out of here after this season.
Lakers got a 17th pick.
Utah,
Let's go.
Utah is twice. The Wizards.
Utah would look. Would Utah go for a forward? Would Utah want to trade up and get? Because they don't want Jarris Walker. They don't want Jarris Walker because they can't put him. Does Jarris Walker sit next to Larry Market and Walker Kessler?
Yes.
I know who the draft. I mean, go ahead. My bad.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just trying to think. If I'm the Pels, I guess you're in a good spot because you don't need to win now because your players can still get older. But with CJ, that window's kind of closing. So, and you're gonna have to start paying guys more and more. So if I can trade down and try and get a player and a pick, I probably would. But Anthony Black, I don't want to pick Case and Wallace. I don't want to pick Carson Wallace.
You gotta take a player for the sake of the
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. So with the 8th overall pick, the New Orleans Pelicans will select Anthony Black.
Thank you. I think
I'm looking at the board and it's like I'm not picking Grady Dick. I'm not picking Cam Whitmore. I'm not picking Carson Wallace. I'm not picking Jarris Wallace. Like, I don't need bench players.
Why
I
not
need
Carson
like a.
Wallace? Carson Wallace is a good
I
point
guess
guard, bro.
I guess his Kentucky hasn't wowed me, so he hasn't really wowed me when he's played.
He's been the only bright spot on that team. Literally, the rest of them suck.
Kentucky just sucks.
We'll be back. We'll be back. Don't worry about it.
You can't keep saying we.
I'm a Kentucky fan. I'm a Kentucky
fan.
fan. I'm a Kentucky fan. Thank you. I think who we got? So 9th is Toronto. And
Jordan's up with Toronto.
Okay.
Oh damn. You took who I was gonna pick. Yeah, if I was Toronto, I would have got Anthony Black. Shit. And then you gotta look at who else is left. Okay.
Toronto suck, bro. Fuck.
I don't know. I think
I guess with the number, what's the number 9 pick you said?
Yeah, number 9. He cut out.
Mm-hmm.
You cut out. You back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
You gotta redo that.
With the number 9 pick in the draft, the Toronto Raptors select Casey Wallace.
Yeah, because they need point guard, bro. You gotta go point guard.
Or actually, could they
do
that?
Who are you thinking?
I mean, I was gonna say because I think both Fred and OG are out of Toronto after this season. Well, so they couldn't need another wing. But I'll take a point.
I was looking at Grady Dick. That one kind of interested me a little bit, but
yeah, I think they would take Casey Wallace if they had to. And then who has 10?
Jaden.
Portland. Oh,
Jaden has Portland at 10.
Second Grady Dick.
Jerry's Walker cannot slip any type of anymore. I'm not gonna lie.
Asar Thompson's on the board too.
No, he's not gonna be top 10.
Brandon Miller is still on the board, ain't he?
No. I
picked Brandon Miller. I picked Brandon Miller for Charlotte. Got Brandon Miller.
What you think, Chief?
I think I'm going Jerry's Walker at 10. So you can't slip no more. He's a 3, right? But I don't. So Jerry's Walker's a 3.
Mm-hmm. Taylor Hendricks.
It says Jerry's a 4.
Yeah, in college, but in the NBA, he'd probably be a 3. He's only 6'7". He's not he's or 6. He's like 6'7" and 6'9".
He's 6'8".
6'8". Very athletic, very amazing defender. So, I mean, they got Jerry and Grant, but isn't he like
Jeremy?
Up for whatever,
Jeremy, the league.
Whoever it is, isn't he like up for? Isn't he up for a payday or? Yeah, right.
Extension.
I'm not paying him. He can go. I'll drive Jerry's Walker right here. If I was you, Jaden.
Facts.
All right. That's who I'm gonna go with here. On my switch.
Wait, turn your camera on. We need for the TikTok, bro. Come on, man.
My phone, but fine.
Oh my god.
You don't got a laptop?
No, that's my Jesus.
At the 10th pick, the Portland Trailblazers are picking Jarris Walker.
All right, so that's the end of that mock draft. I'm excited to see who's gonna be. I'm excited for the draft this year. I'm excited to get into NFL draft too. We haven't talked about the NFL a lot because there hasn't been much going on, but we gotta get into that one of these days. But after that, we have the East playoff picture. Because last episode we talked about the West a little bit. I think the East is a lot more like we already know who got this. I saw your tweet today, Jordan. You said the Celtics are winning it all. Gotta disagree.
Yeah, the Celtics are winning it all. Celtics are winning it all this year.
But
who are the Celtics beating? Who are the Celtics beating in the finals?
I said on another podcast it'll be the Nuggets, but
it will be the Nuggets.
I'll stay with the Nuggets, for now. I gotta see. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna feel different about the West, and as I see it play out for the rest of these weeks. So but for now, after the All-Star break, before the playoffs start, I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Celtics and the Nuggets in the finals.
You think the Celtics will be in the Bucks if they see them in the conference finals?
Yeah.
Keep in mind that the Bucks are on a 12-game winning streak. They have Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they beating them?
Have the best team in the league, the best bench in the league, the best defense in the league, the best offense in the league. one of the best players in the league. Two of the best, two top 20 players, two top in there, top 15 players in the league right now.
Did they have that? Did they have it last year? Yes or no? Did they have it?
I don't think he's top 15. He damn near. No, Jaylen Brown wasn't playing as good last year as he's playing right now.
I don't know.
As good last year as he's playing right now.
I think it's hard for me to just say, because you say best record in the league, which they have, right? The Bucks are one game behind them, bro. Like they're literally one game behind them.
The Celtics have a better team than the Bucks.
I understand that. They have a better team, but I think if Chris Middleton
better coaching too. That's way better coaching, especially in the playoffs. Bud don't make no adjustments on the defense.
Okay, we haven't seen Joe Mazzulla in the playoffs yet, but in the regular season, he's been pretty good.
Joe Mazzulla's been better offensively than Ime was. I'll say defensively they probably are the same, but offensively they've been way better. And that was their number one issue last year throughout the whole playoff run. They were in long series because of how stagnant the offense got, and everybody was just moving out the way and watching Tatum and Jaylen Brown going to work. Now it's more, they have better players now, better playmakers. Derek White is on a roll. Malcolm Brogdon is on a roll. And we not even talking about Marcus Smart just came back. Like I said, Tatum and Jaylen Brown playing the best basketball of their career. Robert Williams is a DPOY candidate. Like they just got Mike Muscala. I know that's like an underrated pickup, but I feel like that's a big pickup for a team like that.
Is it really?
So I mean, you just look top to bottom. This team, what?
He can stretch the floor. He can stretch the floor more. He can shoot.
He's better than Luke Cornett.
Nah, Luke Cornett, his defense is crazy, man. You see those blocking the rim?
Outside of that, he's not doing much. But you just look at I just feel like like I said, just offensively, they're a better team now than they were last year. And their issues was playmaking last year. And Derek White and Malcolm Brogdon, more importantly, and Tatum is taking a playmaking leap somewhat too. But Malcolm Brogdon has been huge for them. That's really what they needed, to be honest.
I don't know. In the games I've watched, Derek White's been a key factor. He's shooting the basketball, rebounding. Derek White's been insane. Great addition for them in the offseason. But yeah, Derek White, they pick him up last trade deadline? Was that last year? Yeah. Last trade deadline? Yeah, he's been playing very good minutes. So.
Who everybody think coming up?
I got Milwaukee.
Why?
I got Boston and Milwaukee in the conference finals, and I'll take Milwaukee. Simply, when you go 5-on-5, I guess what's Bobby Portis' injury? How long is he out for?
He'll be back. I forget what it is though, but he'll be back. I'm not counting out the Bucks. I said I'm against Celtics. Giannis is the best player in the league right now. They have a DPOY candidate as well. And,
they got a couple.
Yeah, a couple. Oh, okay. Yeah, they do have three.
Brooke, Drew, Giannis are all playing well. I mean, you just got you have bench depth. You just got Jay Crowder. They've obviously done it before. They've won a championship before. I just think at the end of the day, Drew, Chris, Giannis, Jay Crowder, Brooke Lopez,
Chris Middleton ain't been himself. Chris Middleton's still coming off the bench.
Yeah, how long has
he gonna get it? He gonna get back in rhythm, bro.
How long has he been back? When did he get back from his injury? When did he get injured? When's he back from his injury? How many games back is he now?
20. Not even.
Oh, geez.
20.
Yeah. I was gonna say I thought it was more recent, but I was gonna say you just got to ease him back into the lineup. But I don't know. I mean, with how they played at the end, with how they went 12-0, and with Chris Middleton not playing well, it just is kind of proving that they're still getting it done without that. So if he can finally, put one and two together and have, that's my thing. If I'm Chris Middleton, you need him to score, but I don't need him to go crazy. If he can have, if Chris Middleton could win me a game by scoring 30, 35 points once or twice, hey, in those Suns play, in the 2021 playoffs, there were some games where you're like, damn, Chris Middleton is that guy.
He was closing. He was closing for sure. Yeah,
he was playing great. When Giannis got injured with the Hawks, Chris Middleton was that guy. So if he can go out there, that's what someone's talking about with Russ. I get different players, but Russ could go out one game in the playoffs and win you a basketball game. Just one game. He can go out, score 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and win you a basketball game. If Chris Middleton can take the ease off of Giannis for 2 or 3 games in the playoffs, and besides that, just put up, 20 points. You know what I'm saying? If he can go off a little bit, if he can Go back to where he was. I get the injury might not be this, like might not make him the exact same. They have the defense that can help him out. They have, you know what I mean? Like he's still an all-star. What last year?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you're
So,
saying. I mean, again, I think the Bucks are the second best team in the league. I just feel like
But
outside
Boston has the edge.
they are the best team in the league. Like for all the reasons that you're giving me, but when they play the Celtics, I just don't think it's gonna be sweet.
y'all haven't talked about Drew Holiday's emergence.
Yeah, Drew Holiday was all-star too. Drew Holiday had a stretch run. He was averaging 30? He got player of the month, didn't he? Or player of the week.
Latif and Jane were hating on that.
No, he shouldn't have been an all-star because James Harden wasn't an all-star.
I agree. He should have been an all-star. I agree.
I think there was lower people on the totem pole, I think, than Drew Holiday.
Lord, what you mean?
Max, what you mean I was hating?
Like you guys are both hating on the Drew Holiday as an all-star pick. Jaden, yes, you are.
Because he shouldn't have been one. He shouldn't have been one, bro. Like, what do you mean? It's not hating. It's
there's other players that I think should have been.
You think Drew Holiday is a better pick over James Harden, bro?
No, but I would pick him over guys like Julius Randle. Anyways, let's go to the next topic. Let's keep on moving.
Wait, hold on.
Julius Randle, DeMar.
Nobody talked about the Sixers, and I feel like that's disrespectful because the Sixers are hooping this year. Like the Sixers could potentially,
I'm good on the Celtics. I'm good on the Sixers. I'm good on the Sixers. I am not. No.
James Harden's hooping. Tyrese Maxey's hooping.
I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad. Like I'm cool if James Harden turned to old James Harden. But at the end of the day, Boston's offense and defense, Milwaukee's offense and defense. I will take both those teams over Philly in a 7-game series.
Yeah, Philly just don't got the depth, bro. And come playoff time, that's what's gonna win a lot of these teams games. Like, you being able to sit your best players down for short stretches, but and in those short stretches that's like big. Those are big minutes. Like, and when Embiid or Harden, when some of those when they have to go sit down, I'm just not confident in the Montrezl Harrells and the. Not confident in Montrezl Harrell. And
D'Anthony Melton's been playing decent when given the minutes. D'Anthony Melton's been playing decent when given the minutes.
Yeah.
I will give him
start now.
But when you give him, like, when you give him like time to create stuff, like Tobias, I was thinking of. Were you guys watching the Cavs game they played, like right before the All-Star break? The Cavs Sixers games. The Sixers were up by I think like 30 or 40 at one point. It was like 25-30 at one point in time. They blew the lead, only won by like 6. Like it's just that kind of stuff where it's like I get Cleveland's a good basketball team. Like Cleveland is a top 4 or 5 seed in the East, but like you can't do that. Like you can't do that to a team like Boston, like Milwaukee, because they'll take advantage of you and they'll end up knocking you out.
Yeah,
What does Cleveland need to be a contender in the East? What is contender to be a real contender?
A wing.
Yeah, they
Giannis.
do.
LeBron.
Giannis.
They need Mobley to take that step.
They need
Mobley. I ain't gonna lie, Mobley's not taking that step. He's not, bro.
They need Mobley
second year. This is what I'm talking about, bro.
Bro, listen.
Can't be hating on everybody.
No. Listen.
Be on here slandering. Y'all.
No, I'm talking about offense. He's not gonna take that step because they got Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland already on the team. Like it's people in front of him. I don't think he's gonna take that offensive step, bro. That's his reason. It's the reason he hasn't taken it this year.
He can take an offensive step and still be the third option on the team. What's the
yeah,
problem?
He's averaging 15 right now. I think like 15.
I love Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley.
They need somebody that's going to, well, they already got D-Mitch averaging like 30. They got Darius averaging like 20, but they still need like a wing because Okoro not going to fix it. So I was just saying Mobley's not the reason. Mobley's not going to be the deciding factor. I think it'll be a wing, bro.
Latif. This offseason, if you are the Cleveland Cavaliers, what's the one trade you make?
I just said it's gonna be a 3. I don't think it's gonna be Mobley though. It's not like Mobley.
I'm just saying, if you could make whatever trade, let's say you can trade Mobley for a superstar, like who are you trading to make that team a champion? Like
LeBron James.
Okay, obviously not. I'm just not even obviously it's not gonna work out.
LeBron.
No, that's not happening, dog.
It's not. Obviously, it's not. But I'm just saying, like, who would you trade for? I mean, KD is already
let a young team develop. Let them become better.
I think
the old way.
OG Anunoby would have helped that team out this trade deadline. But who knows what they would have been able to trade up for.
Why do we have to flux the entire roster to get a ceiling of
I'm not trying to. That's my thing.
OG wouldn't have pushed him to be considered though.
I don't think it would have been worth
She
it.
not moving nothing crazy. They probably can make the second round. They're not beating the Celtics or the Bucks.
OG is just potential.
They would get LeBron. Like I said, they would really real life have to go and get, like a top 20 player in the league to make a jump like that. And that's not happening because they're not making no league. There's not much trades they can make. They just traded 3 firsts and a pick swap for Donovan Mitchell. And they traded a first just so they can get Karis LeVert, who's about to be like, these players have to, they have to let them mesh, give them time. Give them, 2-3 years to see what they can be. Let
Evan Mobley develop. Don't call him a bust.
Yeah, bro. Evan Mobley's in his.
I didn't say he was a buzz. I didn't say he was a buzz. Y'all going too far. I just said Evan Mobley's a generational defender, but I think his offensive game it might grow. Like, what do y'all think? Like, so what do y'all think Evan Mobley could be in the future?
Chris Bosh. What's he shooting? What's Mobley shooting?
He's not shooting well, but I think again, you give him time to develop. I think he's shooting like below 30 from 3. But
like when I'm thinking of Chris Bosh, I'm thinking rim protector, but he's also working on pick and roll. He can shoot the ball if he needs to.
Jaren Jackson.
They're saying KD is about to return next week and play against the Hornets. I will be there. Let me get my ticket right now.
How far is Charlotte from you? How far of a drive is it?
Hour and a half.
So Hornets tickets aren't that bad.
For a Suns game, they probably will be, but I don't care.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the Jaren Jackson. I heard you, Jaden. I like the Jaren Jackson comparison. I think he could be better though. I think he'll be better than Jaren Jackson.
Better than Jaren Jackson for sure.
Yeah. So, Latif. Latif.
I didn't even say
I like Jaren Jackson. He's an MSU guy, but I like Evan Mobley.
I feel like Jaren Jackson is very fitting. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, like Jaren Jackson offensive game is better than his at this moment, right? At this moment right now. So like, how big is y'all think Jared? What's his name? Evan Mobley. I mean. Yeah, Evan Mobley offensive game is gonna be like how big? Like what are we doing? Like how far is this going?
Wait, what type of iteration of Chris Bosh are we talking about? Are we talking about who Chris Bosh? What are we talking about?
Like how far y'all think he's gonna go? Like come on, bro. Like I get it's the second year. I get it's the second year, but like it's just like I can't see him like being like put the ball on the basket and I'm gonna like where is he going? Like
I can't. Again, I think he can be a better. I'm a really big fan of Evan Mobley too, but like you said, a lot for the defense and a lot of his, he has offensive potential. Like he has a soft touch at the rim, and also in the mid-range game, he's a solid mid-range shooter, and I feel like he can also spread the floor.
He needs to put on some weight. He needs to put on some weight.
Yeah, he does. But I mean, but again, he's in his second year, so he's only 19, 20 years old, so he'll be fine, bro. Just give all these players, give them time to develop, give them time to turn into the players that we feel like they can be. I'm not right now. He's not playing that well, but
I'm not taking back what I said about
3 years from now. 3 years from now, who knows? He might be the best player on the team.
I'm not taking back what I said about Jalen Green. That's
a big comment. I'm not gonna lie. I like Evan Mobley. That's pretty big. You think he's be better than Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland?
I said he could be. I'm saying I don't know. Who knows? He could make that jump. Hey, before he got hurt,
if he puts weight on,
last year, he's rookie of the year.
Yes, I agree.
I'm just saying, man. Look, give him some time.
His competition was Scotty Barnes. Well, also not high on. I'm not high on Scotty Barnes either. We're not gonna get into that, bro. CBS.
Scotty Barnes.
Hey, Latif, you're being nasty. You're being nasty, bro.
Who's your favorite rookie? Latif, who's your favorite rookie? Who's your favorite
I'm a
2-3 year player?
Okay, it's Anthony Edwards. People like that, you know what I'm saying?
Who's your favorite rookie?
Anthony Edwards been all
this year?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards been an all-star game.
Who?
Anthony Edwards been an all-star game.
Carlos been.
You picked 3 number 1 picks.
Bro, Cade is like that. Anthony Edwards was.
I'm just saying, like anyone who's not number 1 pick, you're just like absolutely shitting on.
No, I'm not. It's not even that, bro. It's not even that. Like second, third year player. I think Franz is better than Jalen Green, and Franz is better than Scotty. Like, give me Franz.
No, that's crazy.
Franz is better than Scotty.
Yeah.
Jordan, is that crazy? Because I don't see no reaction.
Nah,
Franz is better than Scotty. Like,
I don't think that's crazy.
Thank you. Like, that's not crazy.
Scotty
to
or
say.
Franz.
Scotty is.
When did you become a Anthony Edwards fan? I want to dive into that. What are you talking about?
He was always an Anthony Edwards fan.
Thank you, bro. Like y'all always trying to say I'm bandwagon.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm
being sarcastic.
You didn't start talking about Anthony Edwards until I started talking about
You just follow random people.
Never heard you talk about Anthony
I'm
Edwards.
always a fan.
Never heard you talk
the
about
only person is
never
LeBron.
heard
The
you
only person you follow for everything.
Don't lie like that, bro. Don't lie.
I've never heard you
Please
talk
don't
about
lie.
Anthony Edwards in my
Anyway,
life.
let's keep going.
All right.
Let's keep going next time.
CBS dropped their top 10 players on Twitter or on their website. Actually, it was terrible. Actually, list was terrible.
LeBron's 11.
Yeah, so that's my biggest gripe. Because first of all,
Sabonis is 14.
Yeah,
Where's
huh?
Where's Zion?
Finley.
He's not a top 15 player. He's not a top 15 player.
I don't see nobody on here that he's better than. I'll be honest.
Kawhi Leonard just came back. Kawhi Leonard has been playing. No.
This is my thing. You and Latif both laughed at me when I said I'd rather take Kawhi over Zion. You guys both
I'm saying Kawhi has been playing exceptional as of late.
I'll give you. Yes, you guys. We'll go back to the videos. You guys both laughed at me. Anyways, Zion is better than Domantas Sabonis. That's one person. I'll take Zion over Domantas Sabonis.
I don't know about that.
You could slide.
I don't know about that.
I think Zion is in the top 15. In this list.
You're nasty.
I don't know about that. Like again, like I said, he's averaging 18, 12, and 7. Like, bro, that's not
Jordan. So is Zion not a top 15 player in the league?
Top 15, yeah. Top 10, hell no.
Thank you. Perfect.
Okay, so if y'all put him at 15 because he's not better than Jaylen Brown. He's not better than Donovan Mitchell. All right, who's he better than on here?
Yeah,
he's better than Jaylen Brown, but he's not better.
Not. I was about to say Jaylen Brown. I'm taking him over Jaylen Brown.
He's better than Jaylen Brown, but he's not better than Donovan Mitchell.
Hold on. Let me go down the list. Everybody, just thumbs up if Zion is better. Thumbs down if Zion is worse. All right. We're just gonna skip majority of these guys. Shea.
No.
Thumbs up, Zion's better. Thumbs down, Zion's worse.
Shea. Shea. Is Zion better than Shea? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yes.
If he's not, thumbs down.
If Zion is better, thumbs up. If Zion is a better player, thumbs up.
He's not better than Shea, bro. Any stretch of imagination at all.
Damian Lillard.
No. Not a question.
Fuck no.
Bro, all right, cool. Cool, bro, that's fine.
We're not done.
Zion needs to be on this. No, because I already know where this is going.
John Morant.
Zion is better than Ja. Thank you. Zion is better than Ja.
No, Zion's not better than Ja. Zion's not better than Ja at all.
Yes, he is, bro.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I'm gonna side with Ja.
Ja has literally been better than him every single year of their career. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, he hasn't, bro. He's been more healthy.
I'll say
he's been more healthy.
That matters. If he's been more healthy, that matters.
He's been, yeah.
Somebody said this to me earlier, or something like that. It was like, it was Stephen A. I don't know what somebody said.
He said it to you. He said it right to you.
He was
great source.
Your face.
He said the best. He was basically saying you're not available. Like you can't be considered. You know what I mean? You're not available. I actually don't see Anthony Davis on here. Am I tweaking? I don't see Anthony Davis anywhere on this list.
All right, so why is Kawhi on this list?
Kawhi has been more available than
when he's played. Kawhi
has been more available than
when Zion has played. He's been exceptional. So what are we doing?
When Kawhi's played.
That's a damn shame. Kawhi's played more games than Zion, hasn't he, this year?
Yes, Anthony Davis has played more games than Zion this year too, bro.
Yeah, that's a damn shame.
So, my biggest gripe with this list though is definitely LeBron James at 11. LeBron is better than Ja. LeBron is better than Dame. LeBron is better than Shea. Curry should not be 7. That's outrageous. Curry is better.
Availability. Curry should not be 7.
No, I'm just talking about. Yeah, I mean we can factor that
because 80's not on the list. And
hold on. What did you say, Jaden?
I think Bron should be around 4, 3, 4.
So you see,
that's
the problem.
crazy?
I'm a LeBron fan. LeBron been my favorite player since I was like 5 years old, bro. But we overrate this. We overrate him too much. Like. He's not top 5. He's not top 5.
Jordan, where's he at? In this list,
I'll give you my list right now.
Who's better than LeBron?
LeBron is 7.
You say top 10? You say top 10? You say top 10, top 15?
He's top 10.
Go through your list. Yeah, go through your list.
My top 10, I got Giannis at 1. I got Jokic at 2, Luka at 3, Steph at 4, KD at 5, Embiid at 6, Tatum at 7, LeBron at 8, Dame at 9. Y'all ain't gonna like 10, but give me AD at his best at 10.
Thank you.
No, that's fine. That's okay. That's not. I don't mind that. I think a lot of this is interchangeable.
First of all, Nikola Jokic is not better than Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm not gonna keep saying that. Nikola Jokic is not better than Giannis. Giannis is the best player in the league, bro. He plays on both sides of the ball. And it's
I agree.
I don't gotta really explain that too much.
I think Tatum's too high.
Yeah, I also think Tatum's too high.
Yeah, Tatum at 7.
Tatum no, we're talking about.
Oh, you do? No, I'm talking on his list.
Sorry, we're going
on
his list.
Okay.
He's not the 4th best player in the league.
Yeah, he's 4 on this list. Sorry. I'll jump back and forth.
Curry's better than Tatum.
I put Embiid. No, I don't know, but I'll put Kevin Durant easily in front of him. I'd probably put LeBron in front of Tatum right now.
Me too. If you give me LeBron James in the playoff series, for sure.
That's the one switch. Jordan, that's the one switch I would make in your list. Is I would put LeBron.
I take
in the playoffs for sure. Give me Bron, but like
I would put LeBron.
LeBron ain't playing no defense right now. And
the playoffs, give me Tatum. In the playoffs, give me Tatum because Bron's not making the playoffs.
Shut your dumb ass up.
Bron not making the playoffs.
Lakers aren't making the playoffs.
Please help me, Jordan. Please help me out with this. They've been making fun of me this whole time. Latif lost all hope in LeBron this year.
No, I did not.
Hold on. I did not say. Yes, you did.
Don't even lie about that. Said, bro. Stop.
No, I said the Lakers, not LeBron.
You literally said I lost faith.
I said the Lakers.
Why don't y'all think the Lakers? Y'all don't think the Lakers? So I'm assuming Teef and Jaden, you don't think the Lakers are making the playoffs?
I don't think it was like no. What I said, I lost.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Are they making the playoffs? Yes or no?
No,
yes,
they're not making the
playoffs.
But okay, so what are we doing?
No, when I say I lost hope, it's because after they made that trade, they still fucking sucked. Like for 2 games, and I got really discouraged.
One game. They lost one game.
Mo Bamba wasn't playing. Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt were still on the plane coming over. Like it wasn't like.
I'm just saying they have to be extremely good. They had to be extremely good in the second half of the season for them to make the playoffs, and I think they could do that. But it's just like at some point, like I think it was either before the trade or after the trade, they would look fucking shitty. So I didn't want to. It just didn't seem
before the trade. They looked shitty. They was shitty all before the trade. They was 13 seed before the trade. They're still 13 seed right now, but they've only played 2 games since the trade.
Yeah, the Jazz are gonna fall down. The Thunder are probably gonna fall down a little bit.
The issue is the teams they play. They play They play Golden State, they play Phoenix, they play Dallas. Like they
have
play
the
tough
third
teams
easiest. They have the 3rd easiest remaining schedule in the league. Yeah, they play a lot of good teams. You know, for this next stretch, 7 games. These next 7 games is the toughest stretch they have for the rest of the year.
Do we talk about
who else they playing? Who else they playing on a bump? They play Utah and OKC. I know who they could beat, but who else they playing that's not great teams? But I'm looking at the roster. I'm looking at
now. I think they can beat any of these upcoming any of these. I think they can beat the Mavs. I think I'm not a Grizzlies. I'm not high on the Grizzlies.
I know the Grizzlies. None of us are.
Do we talk about the Clippers?
Jordan, what's up? I got one question before we go to Clippers. I got one more question. We talked about this, I think, last episode. How many more rosters? Like, take the record out of it. Like, strictly based on rosters. How many rosters are better than the Lakers right now? Currently built.
Nuggets, Clippers.
Yeah, I could name a strong 5, and then once you start getting
into, we talk about like Nuggets, Suns, Bucks, Celtics. Those are 4.
And then the Clippers have a better team. And,
Clippers.
After that,
I think it really starts to get like the Lakers have a good roster right now.
Yeah, after that, it starts to get shaky, like of teams you can confidently say, like, I'm not going to sit here and say the Grizzlies have a better team than the Lakers.
Like, does Philly have a better record than LA? Or better roster than LA?
No, because Philly doesn't have an advantage to the Lakers too. Cleveland, I'll say right now, Cleveland has a better team than the Lakers. I'll say, give me Cleveland.
No troll, the Pelicans might not make the playoffs. Not even trolling.
They're not. The Pelicans will not make the playoffs.
No, bro.
You know why? You know why they won't make the playoffs?
Brandon Ingram is finding his stride. CJ McCollum, you just need him to put the ball in the basket. I'm kind of out on Kira. He can leave. I'm tired of him.
Kira Lewis? You don't even play.
I know. So he's done. I mean, he's supposed to be like a playmaker.
The fact that the 3rd player that you named was Kyra Lewis is a
no. I'm saying. I like Jose. Bro. Our team is very good. We just need Zion.
Our team. You're a Pelicans fan.
I'm a Zion fan.
He's a Zion fan.
Yeah.
So nasty. Okay. I'm just talking, bro. I'm just talking. But the Pelicans are definitely not making the playoffs, bro. What are we talking about? Especially because Zion ain't coming back for basically the rest of the year. They're over. They're done.
Brandon Ingram is going to find a way. I believe in BI.
I don't know why you believe in him, bro. They're literally the 7th seed. They 1 game ahead of the Timberwolves.
Bro, they're on they've lost 5 of their last 6, ain't they?
They was on a 9-game losing streak.
Yeah.
At one point. I'm
Bro,
pretty sure.
like they're not on. Bro, the Pelicans not moving me, bro. I'm sorry. You can hold on to that month y'all was the number 1 seed in the West. It's over. The West is stacked now after the trade deadline.
But hey, Ja's still okay. Ja's still okay in the West, man. Ja's still okay in the West. Don't let him put it past you.
First round exit. Do not let the Lakers get to the 7th seed and play the Memphis Grizzlies.
I think that's I'm not gonna say I won't say 4, but I might say 5.
Yeah. The Lakers play the Nuggets in the first round.
I might say
I'm not gonna lie.
Jordan.
Wait,
hold on. Jordan, I've said it a couple times. I might have LA. I got LA and Milwaukee in my finals right now.
Okay.
I'm continuing.
I'm not going
I'm the only person who believes in this team.
I think their ceiling is a second round. I don't think they're realistic.
I think they can make the conference finals. I think
Lakers are a year away. Lakers are a year away. I know that sounds crazy because LeBron is 38, but they're a year away.
What do you mean Lakers are a year away? First off, Bron hasn't shown me a level of consistency when it comes to health. AD will never show me a level of consistency when it comes to health. What are we talking about? The team success.
How's LeBron? Is LeBron not on pace right now to play 70 games this year?
You said what?
LeBron is currently on pace to play 70 games this year.
Oh, is he winning though? What has he been?
That's not what we're talking about. You said he's not healthy.
All right, cool. But when he's played, he's been dropping 30 points per game. He's been doing all this amazing stuff at the age of 38. But has that impacted winning? That's my basic.
Right. And you know why? And you know why he's putting up 30 a game? Because he has to have a chance to win with the team that they just had with Russell Westbrook. I'm not going to slander.
I ain't lie, Jordan. LeBron 30, not the same 30, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I know. I agree.
He had Jordan Clarkson, Jetty Osman, fucking who else? Washed ass Kevin Love, who was never on the court. He was carrying niggas to the finals. He's not doing that now.
Man, when he had a good defense, yes. When he was on a team that had no offense but good defense, yes, he was carrying. On the Lakers, they have okay offense and bad defense before they just made these recent trades. So yeah, it's a completely different team. LeBron is averaging 30 because he has to for them to compete every night. For them to even be close to 500, he's gonna have to average 30, especially when AD missed a whole month and a half. So yeah, he's gonna have to average 30 for them to be competitive. Now when he's playing with D'Lo, when he's playing with Malik Beasley, when he's playing with other shooters that they brought in, he's playing with actual shooters now. Of course, I think his numbers are going to go down, like as far as his scoring numbers, and he's going to be even more efficient because, now he has space to actually operate. He has space to operate in the mid-range. He has space to operate in the pick and roll with AD, which is going to get everybody else involved. So, yeah, they're going to be – you're crazy. You're crazy if you don't think that they're going to at least make the playoffs. Excuse me.
You said championship contenders in the next 2 years?
Yeah. Yes.
We're getting Kyrie. We're getting Kyrie. I don't know if we know that.
We're talking about a 40-year-old Bron. We're talking about a 40-year-old Bron. I mean, he's definitely gonna start slowing down, bro.
No, he's not. Why are you saying that?
We've been saying that. We've been saying that for 5 years, bro.
Every year.
No,
bro. LeBron is hit 30. This shit ain't gonna go over until too much longer. Like, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Well, nigga, I'm talking about 40 years old. 40, bro. 40.
Tom Brady can do it.
Yeah. I think LeBron. I still think LeBron could be solid at 40 years old. Yes, I do.
Bro, he takes the most care of his body of anybody in NBA history.
Offensively?
Basketball, you have to play both sides. There's a lot that goes.
Right. I agree. He don't play defense until it comes down to the playoffs.
Exactly.
He doesn't play defense.
Don't need to. It's okay.
Playoffs, which is fine. At his age, when offensively, he's still as elite as he. Well, no,
he can't shoot.
Not shooting. He's not shooting the ball that well this year. But
okay, don't say he can't shoot. He can shoot, bro.
No, he can't shoot. He
can shoot, but he hasn't shooting the ball that well this year. From three, mid range, he's still decent, but from three, no.
I think
I
think he can't shoot. I think he can't shoot as well as this year, just because he's been more fatigued, having to play all these minutes, and then it's like, bro, I sometimes he just settles for the three, bro. Like he don't feel like driving into that congested paint with Russell.
You know why he was settling for the three?
Yes,
because they had no floor spacing. They had no spacing for him to get to the rim and do what he does best. And of course, I'm gonna settle for a stupid ass three when we got Russ in the corner and the big man is sagging at the free throw, bro. Like, I'll settle for three.
I have a question. Before Russ got traded, everybody was talking about how Russ was the clear winner of being like the sixth man of the year. Why is everybody so like out on him now since he's joined the Clippers? Like, why is everybody?
He might not even be the sixth man.
No, I'm saying no. Like everybody was saying, like he was the sixth man of the year. Like
I did not think that man was sixth man of the year.
I did.
Yeah, we are in agreement.
Hell no.
Who was sixth man of the year then?
So why are
Malcolm
people
Brogdon
out
stepped
on
Malcolm
up.
Brogdon. It's not Russ.
Malcolm Brogdon stepped up.
Norman Powell. It's damn sure ain't Russ. I'll tell you that right now. Bobby Portis. Keep on. Let's keep naming some
Bobby
six
Portis.
Bobby Portis. Hey, shout out my cuz, man. Shout out my cuz.
He always saying that's his cousin.
Let's keep naming some six. It for sure wasn't Russ. I couldn't understand people saying it was Russ just because he was averaging 16. He playing 30 minutes a game off the bench. Yeah, I mean, and he's Russell Westbrook. He's jacking up. He's taking 16 shots to get his 16 points. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would hope so.
Oh, so we haven't addressed the Clippers getting Russ. So what do y'all think the Clippers ceiling is in the West now that they have Russ?
I ain't
gonna lie, this trade don't move me at all. This trade don't move me at all.
Facts, it don't move me not one bit.
It's not as much just the Russ trade. It's I get we're talking about that now. It's the other acquisitions they made like in the trade deadline, getting Eric Gordon, getting Mason Plumlee. Excuse me, jeez. I think they could push second round of conference finals. You still have Kawhi, you still have PG. I don't know if I'd say finals looks for them, but I think they could push conference finals.
They could definitely go to the finals, bro. Their team's deep. I feel like Russ is a better option than John Wall. I think Reggie Jackson wasn't providing that scoring lift that they needed.
Really,
no,
bro. Hey,
I'm taking Russ over John Wall, bro.
I like Russ. I love Russ. But what does like Russ do better than John Wall? Like from a shooting, like John Wall couldn't shoot. Like he couldn't. I'm just saying, like, what is Russ doing that John Wall wasn't doing?
Russ is not good at the rim either, bro. Russ is not good at the rim either, bro.
Like, but what is like? Russ is a better player than John Wall, but what is Russ really doing that John Wall was not doing? I guess I'm trying to say like
no, Russ is better than John Wall. Russ is better than John Wall.
Is he picking up more on the defense side of the ball? Is he shooting the ball more? Is he shooting the ball better?
Playmaking better than John Wall ever was for the Clippers. I think he comes in. He's probably. To an extent, he probably is the best playmaker on the team now because, you know,
that's not saying much.
Who is?
I'm saying that's not saying much. That's not saying much.
Oh, right. And that's the problem. Like they don't have any real playmaking guards. And
are you starting Russ?
No, hell no.
Okay, so
I feel like this is a regular season move. Like, yeah, he can help win some games in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he's gonna sit his ass on the bench because you know, when teams are gonna, you know, obviously there's a scheme for Westbrook, like, and he's not gonna play many minutes in the playoffs.
I wish Isaiah was here, but
bro, Russ is gonna be a better Reggie Jackson, bro. He's gonna be a better playmaker.
He is not.
Reggie Jackson is not providing that scoring lift that he was providing like 2 years ago, like he was supposed to be doing. That's
Russ will.
I think he will. I think
he very much will. Russ is a better player than Reggie Jackson.
Like I said, this move don't move me. I think they could have won a championship before they even got him. So
I was gonna say, you got him as finals people.
Terrence Mann is the point guard, bro.
Terrence Mann is better than Russ.
You get Eric Gordon, you move Terrence Mann to the bench unit.
Why?
You have Russ starting. What do you mean? Why?
So not starting Russ? You crazy?
Wait, if you thought the Clippers were gonna make the finals beforehand, or like you had a chance to, if you thought they had a chance to make the finals, is trading for Russell Westbrook hurting their chance at making the finals?
Yep.
I don't think it hurts them, bro.
If they play him, yes. They put him on that floor.
Play him, yes.
He will be
play him in the postseason, yes.
Bro, I feel like I don't like this Russ disrespect, bro. I don't like it.
This disrespectful? How much Russ have you been seeing how Russ played these past 2 years, bro?
Yeah, he's been very shitty. But I feel like it's that comes to team fit. It comes to
I agree. To an extent it is a team fit, but then at a certain point it's him as a player. Like, I mean, he's a floor raiser, in my opinion. Like, that's why we see him go to bad teams and, you know, put them in the playoffs. Like, you know, he's a floor raiser. Like, he can get the best out of it. You put him on the worst team in the league, they're going to be pretty solid, you know. I wouldn't say solid, but, you know, they'll probably win a lot of games or a decent amount of games. Like, he's too good for a bad team, but too bad for a good team, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's hurting the team. I don't think he's really helping, but I don't think he's hurting. I think with the way that the Clippers are built more to Russ's strengths, just because they have better shooting surrounding compared to what the Lakers used to have.
Exactly.
So Russ is able to facilitate better, and where he can't shoot, he can slash like he likes to do and be able to kick it out. If you got
he's not finishing around him.
Off the ball, he is not slashing. That was he was like Darvin Ham tried to at the start of this year tried to put Russ in a lot of like he tried to get him off the ball and slash more to the rim. He tried to get him to run some picks, like be a pick and roll guy so he can get some better looks at the rim. But it just doesn't work because he's not a good slash, he's not a good cutter. And he's just not a good screen setter. So all the little things he's just not good at,
He's not that good around the rim either, bro. Like as far
exactly,
as
and that's the main thing. People are telling me like, he's supposed to be their rim threat that they've been desperately needing so they can get their 3-point shooters better looks. But like Russ hasn't been finishing at the rim, well either for the past few years. So I mean, probably a lot of that does come from bad floor spacing on the Lakers. But a lot of that was because of his contract. So that's a huge reason why he had to go from the Lakers anyway. That's why it was a bad fit, was his contract being on a team with 2 other max stars on it. You can't maximize everything else that you really need, to be besides LeBron and AD. But on the Clippers, again, like I said, if he probably will help them win a lot of games because I'm not a fan of. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan of Bones, but Bones hasn't been looking that well.
I ain't a fan of him either.
In his first few years, his first year here in the league. So. For the most part, I mean, like I said, down the stretch these last 20 or so regular season games, he'll be, I wouldn't say huge for them, but he'll be like he'll be better than, like y'all said, he'll be better than what John Wall was providing. But come postseason, you could actually play Reggie Jackson. You cannot play Russ in the postseason on the Clippers.
But what they
not big minutes at least
wasn't providing anymore. What they had Reggie Jackson for initially, he's just not providing.
That's facts, Jay.
Right. That's facts.
I wanted to say this when he first got released or traded from the Lakers and went to Utah, but I feel like I couldn't say that shit with a straight face and wouldn't even not even trolling. But if Russell Westbrook was to retire after this season, I wouldn't think that was that crazy. Like, he's done what he needs to do in his league. He won MVP. He's had seasons where he averaged triple doubles, 3 of those. I feel like he's done all he. I mean, of course, a championship.
Getting
would be
a
nice.
ring, if he can get a ring,
I don't think getting a ring at this point in his career will propel him that much because first of all, he won't be the actual focal point of a team that winning a ring. Like if the Clippers win this year, I'm not attributing that much to Russ. So I think like if Russ retired after this season, if Russ would retire in the midway of the season, I would have been like, I'm not against it. I actually think he should consider that, to be honest.
I disagree.
This is absurd.
Yeah, I disagree too. Russell Westbrook is 30. Y'all. I be feeling like I be disrespecting Russ, or people tell me I disrespect Russ. That's crazy.
It's just fatigue. It's just fatigue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is nasty. That is nasty.
He's just compiling his clips for TikTok. That's all.
Yeah, we gotta get Zay on this. We gotta talk to Zay about this.
But how is Russ right now? 34.
34.
Yeah, I mean. Like, so where can he win a championship? He doesn't win the Clippers. If he doesn't win the Clippers this year,
agreed. I don't feel like his career. I mean, I can assume just based off the player he is, I don't think he's gonna win a championship. Now, let me, actually, know what? Let me not say that.
Gary Payton role. Take the Gary Payton.
I'm not trying to sound like I'm hating. I'm over Russell Westbrook. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of him.
I was. He's my last fan. No trouble.
I'm a Russ fan.
I remember that.
For real.
I'm kind of over him. I never thought he was he's not really a positive player in my eyes. He was, in his prime, but since his MVP year, he hasn't really been who
2019 he was good.
Like he is. Huh?
2019 he was good. He's in the playoffs. Like, I don't know, why did we sign him? We left him wide open in the playoffs and we signed him. That makes no sense. But now Wizards, Jaden and Max love to say that he was good on the Wizards. I don't think so.
He was
good on the
That's my point, though. He's a floor raiser. When outside of Bradley Beal and Hachimura, when your best player is Raul Neto and Garrison Matthews, he's gonna look great. He's gonna look great. He's gonna look great when he's taking 25 shots a game, when he has the ball, when he has the highest usage rate in the league. Like, he's gonna look great, because that's what he does. He carries, not carries, but to an extent, he carries bad rosters. Like, we've seen him do that for the last 5-6 years of his career. But when you put him against, you give him actual talent on the team, it doesn't look that well because they're not running the offense through him. So, and then when he's off the ball, what is he really doing? So.
Yeah, but getting down to the last couple of topics, we got 2 more. We're just quick right now. Is Lonzo Ball a bust? Because obviously he's out for the rest of
Lonzo Ball is not a bust.
Not yet.
I actually want to go back.
Yeah.
Aren't
you a big fan of him, Jay?
No, I love Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
I'm not to discredit this whole topic, but I remember earlier in the episode, Jordan said that Ben Simmons was a bust.
Yeah, he's a bust. Sorry.
That's crazy to me. I mean, I don't think that his teeth.
Ben
Simmons is a bust.
Ben Simmons is a bust. Why
No,
is Ben Simmons not a bust?
Ben Simmons. Let me show you why Ben Simmons isn't a bust.
Are you about to bring up all NBA and All Stars from 5 years ago?
Yeah, I definitely am. I definitely am. He fallen off a cliff? Yes, but he doesn't deserve to have a bust label.
Why not?
He's a bust.
Oh, see, what do you mean? Why not,
bro? He sucks.
Bro, he literally is scared to look at the rim, bro. He doesn't even start on the Nets no more, bro. What are we talking about? And it's not gonna get no better because it won't. If you can't, personally, in my opinion, if you cannot be a good fit on a team with a bunch of defenders, a bunch of shooters, a guard that's going to take the playmaking, he's going to take some of the playmaking responsibilities off of you. If you can't find your fit on a team like the Nets, as they currently are constructed, what are we doing? Who are you going to be a good fit for? They have 3-point shooting. They have defense. They have slashers. They have a interior rim force defensively. What do you mean? And Jock Vaughn just said the other day, we're trying to figure out which lineups we can place him with. You know, if Ben Simmons is running a 5, he's not that good enough for a rebounder where you can put him at the 5 and for long periods of time. So that's not going to work. You put him at the 1, you're going to have, like I said, only you're going to have shooters around him. You can't play him and Claxton at the same time. You can't play Day'Ron Sharpe. Like, they have the shooters, but, you know, you need Claxton on the floor because he's a defensive player of the year candidate. He's been really good this year. He's averaging, 17 and damn near 12. Like, you can't take one of your best players on the team off the floor just to accommodate Ben Simmons because he's making the most money on the team and he's Ben Simmons and he's been all NBA like you about to bring up, Jaden. Like, nobody's accommodating Ben Simmons this late into his career because he doesn't want to shoot the ball and he's scared to shoot the ball and he's scared to, try to at least score. He's scared to even go to the rim, go to the bucket and try to score at the rim. So who's accommodating Ben Simmons, especially when they have all those wing pieces on his team on the Nets that are better than him right now?
For sure. I'm not disagreeing with you with anything. I believe he lacks aggressiveness. Like you said, when you brought up Jock Vaughn and trying to figure out where you can stick him in. All those points that you brought up were very factual. But a bust, the word bust is crazy. I believe you put bust for words such as, I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? If there is any type of chance, I know Kwame Brown, you don't like this word, but you put bust to a guy like Kwame Brown or something like that. You don't put a bust to Ben Simmons who actually accomplished something.
Kwame Brown?
Okay,
Kwame Brown was highly touted. Kwame Brown was highly touted coming out of high school and came to the league with the #1 pick, just like Ben Simmons was. And, for the first few years.
What did Kwame Brown do? No, see, this.
Nah, he's not Kwame Brown. That's kind of crazy. Right, that's too far.
Kwame Brown didn't do jack shit. Ben Simmons.
Obviously, he's not Kwame Brown because Kwame Brown was never All-Star or All-NBA. But I'm saying, I don't think Ben Simmons is not the same player he was 3 years ago, bro. Why are we?
100%.
He's not. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing with you. I
don't think he's gonna get back to that form. Is my point.
So and I'm not disagreeing.
You don't need to, bro.
I'm the word bust. I feel like bust isn't very fitting.
He need to be like Draymond.
I don't hate. Yes, yeah. I don't hate Ben Simmons that much. I'm not like I wouldn't trade a lot of pieces for him. But if he's cheap, I might go get him. I don't hate him as much as other people do. I'm just saying, like, if you no.
If he wasn't on $180 million, bro, I would tell him.
Yes.
If he wasn't that, let's say he wasn't like a decent contract.
If he was making
Portland could use him, bro. Not even trolling. Portland could be.
If he was making like Portland? 7, 8, 9. If he was making it like 7, 8, 9, 10 million a year.
We were comparing him to an $8 million player is the point.
All right, not 7. That's like if you make like 15,
I'm not gonna
18 and 20.
Taylor Horton and Tucker. Taylor is making more than $8 million right now.
Taylor's the G League player.
No Slate, no Tatum Horton. He's from Chicago.
I'm just
no, bro. I don't, bro.
You gotta look like Taylor.
You know I don't like Taylor. I am so out on Taylor, bro. I'm so out on Taylor.
You gotta look like Taylor.
Ben Simmons, hold on. Ben Simmons, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Go ahead, man.
I agree with what Latif said. I don't think Ben Simmons will get back to him actually scoring the basketball. I think for him, it's just a reality check. Like, he's trying to figure out how to play basketball again after not being able to score the basketball. So I don't know if he's got to find his identity or something, like go on a retreat or something. Like he's got to do something where he's got to find who he is as a basketball player. Like he's got to go to like he's got to be in the gym and do stuff. But I agree. I think he could be a rebound, passing, defender. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have to score the basketball. He could maybe just get 4 or 5 points a game. But if he is
that's too low. That's too low.
I'm not gonna lie. He's not gonna.
He's not a bust. We're talking about the number 1 pick in the draft in 2016, and you're saying he's
accomplished something. He's accomplished
useful. So if he's actually going to be useful to a championship, if he can actually pass the ball, defend well, and rebound, and he's useful to a championship team, are we just going to call him a straight bust? He didn't pan out, but he's not.
When you think of bust,
he's a bust. He's a bust right now. At the moment, right now, he's a bust.
You think of Kwame. You think of Hasheem.
Who's more of a bust?
You don't think of Ben Simmons.
Markelle Fultz or Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
He's more of a bust.
Who's more of a bust?
Who's more of a bust?
Ben Simmons.
Oh, who's more? Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Markelle was hurt.
What are we talking about?
What's he?
Markelle was hurt. I don't count. I don't say that
he's
people
putting 10 points a game up on Orlando.
I don't say people like I don't call Greg Oden a bust. I don't think Greg Oden is a bust. If you have
Greg Oden is a bust.
What are we talking about? Wait. No. I can't let you do this. How can you say Ben Simmons is a bust and then say Greg Oden isn't? What are we talking about?
Because look. Okay, so with that context, I see what you're saying. But I'm saying in general, I don't really call players who have injury history when they first get in the league busts, because it's like we didn't get to see who you were. Like you didn't play enough so we could, you could turn into somebody or turn into what you were supposed to. So Greg Oden, I don't really look at it as a bust. Now, if you come straight out the league and you're just trash, like, or you're not trash, but you know what I mean? Like if you come out of the league and you just extremely underwhelming, like a Kwame Brown, like an Anthony Bennett, like a Hasheem Thabeet, I think you're a bust. And Ben Simmons, like, to be fair, he did come out the gate and he was all-star, help lead the six.
He's not on that level. Like he's not a Dragon Bender. He's not an Hasheem Thabeet. Like
right.
He was never you know what I mean? He had a good peak. So I get it. He did not pan out the way they wanted him to. But to call him a bust, I think. Huh?
He peaked in his second year. I mean, I guess what y'all are saying because I mean, I guess buzz might be extreme, but I don't.
2019 when they played the Raptors, he was not terrible on that team. When did he lose it? He lost it 2020, 2021? 2021 against Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
I think
because they lost to
All NBA.
2021 in that playoff series, he lost it to Atlanta, I think. That's when he did the layup where he had the wide open layup and he passed it. But he got drafted in 2016. And I get the whole he
didn't play in 2016.
He was injured for his rookie year. That was the Donovan Mitchell rookie hoodie or whatever he made. But from 2017 to 2020, 2021, he was not a bad he was not a bust of a basketball player.
He's a bust now, though, for sure.
That's 2 years, though. That's 2 years after it. So I get this.
But you're talking about 2 years of his career. We're talking about, and we just, it's crazy. We were just talking earlier about how I'm not going to get on people for,
that's what I'm saying.
Early in their career. He was great early in his career. And he's his development is going backwards. He's gotten worse, significantly worse. We're talking about a $35 million man, a man that's making a super max money, $180 million. He's coming off the bench, bro, on the Nets, on a team that doesn't. And the reason why Kyrie and KD left in part was because of him. So what are we talking about?
I don't think it's that. I don't think
they were actually doing pretty well before both of them left, before Kyrie left. But
I think it's a whole
Jordan.
If Ben Simmons would have went to Atlanta before DeJounte, that would have been crazy. Respectfully.
I get situations are different. Would you rather be more confident in an all-star who's had a bad 2-3 years or a rookie who's had a bad 2-3 years?
A rookie?
You'd be more confident in a rookie who's not shown you anything ever. Who's never played good basketball.
But Ben Simmons is that's such a rare case. He's such an outlier in that conversation. Obviously I'm gonna take the all-star who's shown it before, but Ben Simmons is just not the same player he was 2 years ago, bro. Not at all. They're vastly driven. Before, at least he would actually look to score. That's what I'm saying. He was aggressive somewhat. Even down in the playoffs, he wasn't as aggressive as I like him to be. But during a regular season, he was highly aggressive. We've seen him this year. He's been, come on now.
This is his first bad year though. If we're being real, he bad in that in the playoffs against the Hawks? He was bad. First actual bad year. I believe he lost his confidence
in the playoffs. But that year, the 2020-21 season, bro, he had a great year. He was an all-star.
He was injured for last year. He was injured for a good part of last year too.
I said 2020-21 season.
I know. I'm just saying, like he was in. Like he hasn't had much time. Like how many games he played with Kyrie and KD? He didn't play much because he was injured for the majority of that season when they traded for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more he didn't play much. He didn't play much with KD and Kyrie because he sucked. Because they wouldn't have left him if he didn't suck. So I don't know, bro. I think he just needs to be Draymond. That's it. He can be better than Draymond.
But he doesn't. But he can't. He
can't. Draymond could shoot at one point in time. Like in some of those, like 2015, 2016, Draymond could shoot.
But Draymond is a better interior defender. Like Ben Simmons is a point of attack defender. When you already have on a team like the Nets, you already have like 3 point of attack defenders. So you're gonna have to move Ben down to the post. Oh wait, no, we already have Claxton down there who's way better at it. So what's the point? What are we playing Ben Simmons for if he's not contributing anything on the offensive end? So but my point is like you're saying, like I already said, if Ben Simmons can't be a good fit on a team like he's on right now, like I feel like this is like integral, like right now, because right now he would be the primary playmaker or one of him and Dinwiddie are the primary playmakers on this team. You know, he has all the shooting that he needs. Seth Curry, Joe Harris, Watanabe, Mikal Bridges, DFS. They have Cam Johnson. They have wings. They have wings that can switch. Like in my opinion, they could be probably one of the 5. They already are a top 5 defense before getting Mikal Bridges and before getting Cam Johnson and the other pieces in DFS. But now I don't think it's an excuse for Ben Simmons not to be who he's supposed to be. So Jaden, if Ben Simmons is still the guy, if he's still an all-star caliber player, if he's still who you're acting like he is, just have no problem bending in the team with shooting and defense and rim protection.
I said they should have put him at point guard, to be honest.
Huh?
I said they should have put him at point guard. But that's not going to work because Claxton. But I just feel like, I don't know. That was my idea.
Ben Simmons issue at the end of the day. That's why I ask you all the time, how many years do we have to go? How long do we have to go until we realize it's a Russ problem? How many years do we have to realize? How long do we have to wait another 2 years?
It's only been a year. It's only been a year with Ben Simmons, though.
Right. I'm saying, how long?
First year.
It's only been a year. All right. Okay, right. So what are we gonna do when in 2024 we're saying this?
If he's ass next year, then I'm like, all right, he's ass. But I can't call him a bust. But I agree with. I really agree with everything.
He ain't gonna be on the Nets. He ain't gonna be on the Nets no more. They're gonna have to do something.
Yeah. What they gonna do? Who wants Ben Simmons?
I don't know, bro.
You get him for cheap.
They were talking.
Everybody's buying Ben Simmons.
There was something about like
you can't get him for cheap, though, bro. He got a contract.
I didn't like the fit on either side. But there was something with Utah, like talking about swapping him for Russ, which didn't make sense. But I mean, like,
my point is, if he cannot fit on this Nets team, what team is he gonna go to realistically and fit, bro?
Utah don't sound that bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really
Ben Simmons and Walker Kessler.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I like Walker.
Put Walker on the
any team. I'm saying any team with a big man that cannot stretch the floor, Ben Simmons is not gonna like. Ben Simmons probably in a perfect world goes to like the Nuggets or some shit like or something. Actually no, he can't because we've seen him again with another big man that can stretch the floor and doesn't have to be down.
You said New Orleans or
Portland?
What if you switch out Draymond and Ben Simmons? What are the Warriors lose?
Hell no, I'm not doing that shit.
They're worse.
I'm saying, what do they lose? I'm just saying, like, you got shooting. Like, if
they
you
lose,
shooting
they lose leadership. They lose the locker room. They lose.
I get the intangibles, but I'm saying on the basketball court itself. You said interior defense, rebounding, passing. I get like that aspect.
Yeah.
We're talking about like a shooting team. What teams? What do you want for a shooting big?
He would be good. He would be good on the Warriors. I'm not gonna lie. He probably would be.
He would not. He would be worse than Draymond.
Yeah, I mean,
the
system.
Ben Simmons is not a better basketball player than Draymond Green. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
At this moment right now, no. But at this moment right now, no. But like potential, like as far as like, because he's a better finisher, I fight in Draymond. Of course, Draymond's a better shooter. If he miraculously just start shooting threes or something, like Ben Simmons actually took him, like you don't gotta make him, just like start taking them, making them like 25% clip or something like that.
I don't like that. I don't like that about you, Chief. I don't like that about you.
What,
when I said that shit, you were talking about Russ. You started talking about Russ. You're like, no, Russ was doing that. And they just let the movement. So what are we talking about? I literally just said that.
But the Warriors system is different though. Like he can learn that. I think Ben Simmons is still a smart player. If he learns that system, I think he'd probably be good at Warriors. But they can't pay him because he took too much money.
All right. I wanted to go into the Ben Simmons busting. I don't really want to, go around it. But I kind of want to get back to the Lonzo Ball busting. So how do you feel about that, T? You believe he's a bust?
No, I think that's too strong. That's too strong. Well, the only reason people say he's a bust is because his height, bro. Like his height was out. His height was insane, bro. Like people was calling him. I think Michael Zimmer made a video. Stephen Curry with a 40-inch vertical. Like, bro, like it was. And then Magic Johnson was saying he's gonna be in the rafters and all the other crazy shit. So that's the reason. Like, as a lot of being a bust is the height and then your draft position. First of all, he was second overall, and then his height was insane. So I think Lonzo has developed into a good basketball player, but he can't stay on the floor. Two, he's not aggressive enough attacking the rim. He has fixed his shot. He's a good playmaker, and he's not good in the half court though at all. So he's not Jordan. I'm sorry, he's not good in the half court.
He's not good in the half court.
He's a spot up shooter, but I'm talking about like playmaking in the half court. He's better in transition, way better in transition, way better in transition.
Yeah, his whole thing
not good in half court,
to move the ball.
Yeah, so I wouldn't call him a bust. It's kind of I don't know though. It's kind of tricky with Lonzo. He lucky might be though, like because the way
Lonzo Ball is not a bust. Sorry,
not a bust. Thank you.
I don't know. His height was crazy.
His peak, he was what 20. His peak, he was 20. I don't think he's a bust. I just think he's been hurt.
What was his peak? His peak was 13 points and
the Pelicans. The year before the Bulls.
13 points and 6 assists, bro.
No. The year before the Bulls wasn't that great for Lonzo. I'm not. It wasn't.
He was shooting like 45 from 3.
He was becoming a better shooter, but it was the thing with him was it would be games where he would be very aggressive, and then there were games where he just wasn't at all.
Wait,
and that was when I was watching I was watching like every game.
I'm not gonna take it any further. I never saw him as like like an all-star caliber player, if that makes sense. Like I never thought he would turn into that. Actually, let me not say that because on the other end of the ball, like he was probably like, he was the best other than Caruso was the best defender on the Bulls when he was healthy. Even on the Pelicans, he was the best defender on the Pelicans. Like, him being appointed to attack defender and also coming down and being your primary playmaker, and he's shooting 40% from 3. Yeah, he had really high potential, and I just think he's had he's in an unfortunate situation right now with his injury. I wouldn't call him a bust though. He only missed. I'm not gonna say only missed 1 year, but you know what I mean. Like, come October, if he's still not healthy, maybe. But I won't call him a bust because I just told y'all how I look at bust. I'm not going to bust at people that are injury prone or get hurt earlier on in their career. Like I wouldn't call Jabari Parker a bust. I would just say he blew his knee out in his first.
Jabari Parker's a bust.
No, Jabari a bust, bro. He had a couple of decent years though.
So Lonzo Ball falls under like the injury, like as far as him not being able to perform. Like you'd say Ben Simmons is more of a bust than Lonzo Ball because Ben Simmons was healthy and did not play. Lonzo Ball is not okay.
Ben Simmons, even when Ben Simmons came back, he's been bad. Like even though he missed last year, like
Lonzo wasn't good for his first 3 years.
Like I said, and all I just talked about Ben Simmons with Ben Simmons.
No, I wouldn't say that. Lonzo's first year on the Pelicans looked very promising, and then you add.
He said first 3 years in the league.
Well, he got on the Pelicans his 3rd year.
I think
Latif meant the first 3 years.
His first 2 years of the Lakers is not shitty.
I think it was.
He was terrible at the line. He was terrible at the line his third, and then he wasn't aggressive. He still can't finish around the rim. So that's his problem. He can't finish.
He looked good on the Bulls last year. I don't really know how to judge him on his last year on the Pelicans. That whole backcourt with Eric Bledsoe and fucking Lonzo, that shit was terrible. I hated watching that.
Imagine John Moran and Jrue Holiday.
No, I don't. No.
Shouldn't have took it on you. But
what?
Anyways, last we got NBA Pick'em. On Thursday, the NBA returning from All-Star break. We got Cavs versus Nuggets, Warriors versus Lakers, and Sixers versus Grizzlies. I think the Nuggets are gonna get the Cavs out of here. I'm not gonna lie.
Nuggets.
Lakers are gonna beat the Warriors. Steph not back yet. Self-explanatory. Grizzlies are gonna lose to the Sixers. The Grizzlies are on a bad losing streak going into. Well, they won like I think 3 straight going into the All-Star break, but before that they were losing a lot. Oh, they won one straight going to one game going to All-Star break. But in their last 10 games, they're 4-6. On the road, they are 11-17. They're not good in the West. They're not good on the road, and they're still the 2nd seed because they're very good at home. But I got the Sixers beating the Grizzlies too. Yeah, what y'all think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Denver, Philly, LA.
All right.
Actually, no. Denver. Give me Denver. Denver, LA, and Cleveland.
Denver's playing Cleveland. Denver is playing Cleveland.
Oh,
Denver
I'm
playing
tweaking.
Cleveland.
Who's
It's
Philly playing?
Philly, Memphis.
Oh, Philly and Memphis?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, give me Philly, LA, and Cleveland. I mean, LA and Denver then.
Yeah, Denver, LA. I got that too. All right, so that wraps up the episode. This was a long episode, T. How long was this? Like 2 hours?
Yeah, it's our first 2-hour episode. I'm not lying.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
hey, thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan, for coming on the pod. Let's give a round of applause, everybody. Thank you,
Follow me
Jordan.
on Twitter, jdavis34_.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of good insight. We should have like a lot of TikToks and a lot of clips that we can upload this episode. I appreciate the support on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
But
No,
if you're on TikTok,
no problem.
go ahead, the link in the bio. Support us, support our Instagram, support our Twitter. Go watch the full episodes on Spotify and YouTube and Apple Podcasts. I know, Jordan, you were just trying to say something. I believe you.
No, it's all good. I was lagging. My bad. Go ahead though.
Oh yeah. That's really it. Appreciate y'all watching the pod. And yeah.
Wait. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop the recording. I'm tripping. My bad.